Righty ho, it's Skywatch time tonight. It's looking like a clear sky, so how are we all doing? Yeah, coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road. Excuse me, from Stone Henge. So lots of weird and wonderful things in these night skies over the years. In fact, why is it not gone there? Let's press those buttons. Yes, so joining us live, how are we doing? Are we all good everywhere? Let's check on this one. Yeah, it looks like it's coming through. Who have we got in there? We've got Dan in, Jeffro as well, Chris and Super Panko. How are we doing? Said, good to see you all. Guys, it's Skywatch time tonight, so looking out for the weird and wonderful in the night sky here, live from right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stone Henge. It's going to be a wonderfully clear night for us tonight, so let's see what we can spot. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. I think we're due something very, very, very anomalous. Oh, we've got some tracked ones already on the screen.
Zoom mode activated.
It's quite faint, this one. Quite faint. It's barely brighter than the line itself, but still worth keeping an eye on. My little scroll wheel is going a bit slow, but yeah, Vega is popping out quite nicely. So as the night goes on, that blue is going to go. That's going to fade. That is the last bit of the daylight. How are you doing there? Super Pank, we're always good here. Always good, just hot. And Chris there as well. Oscar, good to see you in. How are you doing there? It is odd there. It's 5:40 for you there. Landed about an hour ago. I'm glad you made it there all safely. How? When do you have your tests and things that you need to do for that one? Mason is in. Good to see you, sir. So guys, if you are just joining us, we're doing our live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight, coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stone Henge. So lots of weird and wonderful things in these night skies. Tonight should be no exception. So do help us spot the strange and anomalous. If you call out, if the tracker does miss something or if we're not paying enough attention, do call out the grid references, and then hopefully the mods can press the buttons to highlight the grid and we can zoom right in there. The sky does look very, very good tonight there, but when that blue goes, it's going to look even better there. Speaking of blue, how are we doing, Captain Blue Nose? Thank you again for the gift as always, sir. Have you got any... Oh, I keep thinking it's the weekend. I was going to... You got any plans for the weekends? But no, we've still got another day yet, haven't we? God. There. How are you doing, Harko there? Thank you for the confirmation. The confidence that it all ends up working is not quite there yet, I don't think. Excuse me. Sneezing all over the lens there. Oh, you sent us the link, Mason. Thank you for that one. I haven't gone on my TikTok messages yet, but I will do soon, so I should get some plenty of time. But yes, settle in tonight, guys, because we're not going to be on tomorrow night. I've got family visiting, and I thought I wouldn't put them through it on the first night. The other nights, they're going to have to deal with it, but we're going to see. I've got some friends around, and yeah, we'll let them have one night of peace. So we won't be on tomorrow night, but we will be on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of the other ones there for you. You never know, I might even sneak on for a bit if they are sound sleepers. But Astra, how are you doing? Good to see you there. Guys, I see the hearts popping up as well there. The likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that stuff there really does help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. And the more eyes and minds we get on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. You never know who's going to come in and what experience with the strange that they are going to share, helping us all understand a little bit more. We've had some fantastic ones in recently and some local ones, which is always my bias there. I do think this is possibly the most active place for the phenomena in the world. Maybe Skinwalker Ranch has got a little bit more going on there, but for the UFO specific, this town I think is it. We're going to turn it into a little Roswell, and you'll all be able to come here and experience some things alive there. Oh my God, it has been a toasty, Mason. It's gone down obviously from the heat wave, but it is just consistently 28 degrees here. Like day, night. My bedroom hasn't been below 28 degrees, and I need about 16 degrees to have a chance of getting to sleep. So I am absolutely struggling with it there. One more day, Graph, then relaxing for the weekend. I don't know how you're doing it with your job there, being so active, and it's just so bloody warm all the time. My old man is in Suffolk, and I speak to him most days. How are you getting on? How are the little ones? And it's like, yeah, it's a bit hot here, isn't it? A bit hot. Like, yeah, it's really hot at the minute. And then I checked, and they don't get the same weather by no, it's hot there, but it's about 5 degrees difference. They didn't have it in the 40s. And I'm going, what are you on about? It's hot. It's nothing. I'll go back over on the TikTok as well. It's just ridiculous there. I'm melting the other week. It pushed me to make me think this temperature is reasonable. But yeah, X, it's not going down at all. Like, I think tomorrow it's due to be its coolest, like feels like 25, but that's just nothing there. And Freddie there. Oh, taking the Dwarf Mini out in a bit there, and some digital and night vision to see what Exeter has to offer. Freddie, you got to keep us updated to what you spot. I really do want to get my hands on one of the dwarfs. The Dwarf 3, I think, has a UFO mode, and that I think would also be very cool for us. And Rayson, thank you for joining us for the deep dive. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I find it's like doing our UFO homework. For years, I've heard really cool people talk about all of these documents and all the images, or everything that's been spoken about, but I've never gone to read through them myself. But having now doing it for our deep dives, you're getting some gold out of there. It really does strengthen the understanding of what's going on. Today's deep dive we had on earlier was no different there at all. So guys, if you're new, our deep dives are our little thank yous to our Patreons and our YouTube members. They're helping us support the stream, and it's a live stream, but it's obviously private for them, so we do really get into the meat, the details of the documents. And we just did what's known as the Robertson panel. It's a CIA report in the 50s done looking into the phenomena. And everyone goes, yeah, look, the CIA looked into it when it was declassified. They found nothing. That's not what they found. That's not what the report says. The report says that whatever it is has been going on for a very long time. We haven't got good data on it. We need to get more on it. But it doesn't look like it's an immediate threat. So we should probably educate the public that UFOs aren't real, and they use in quotes debunking they say with it as well. So in fact, it actually strengthens our argument there. So I thought it was good there. And Bay, how are you doing? Did you watch the video I sent you? Oh, you know what? Is it on TikTok? Probably not yet. I haven't got around to my messages there yet. Sorry, but I will. But thank you for sending that one. All this goes back to Eisenhower, which is of that time, that exact time. Where are we? Over on the tubes there. Lilac, the ISS will be flying west of Portugal again tonight. I think it was too low for us last time, wasn't it? But it'll come back around. It'll be another month, and then we'll get a load of ISS sightings around then. Living Light, how are you doing? And thank you for feeding Alan. Just see the jewels there. Thank you for keeping him at bay. And wind on the Malverns. But the Malverns? Oh, the Malverns, yes. Oh, well, I could do with a bit of wind. I could do with a nice storm here, I think. But we had the camera out, didn't we, when it was that thunderstorm going back a few months ago now. And I left it a little bit late. And the last image that you guys saw was the big flash of lightning bolt in front of the camera. I'm like, got to get it in now, guys. Out there with it. And Super as well. It was a really interesting one. So much cool stuff to go through. Oh, I would never have read them on my own back. But yeah, it really is useful to go through it there. Spare Rib is in, and Stu as well there. Inspector Morse, good to see you there. Where are we over here on the TikTok? How are you doing, Lethal? And Poor Man as well, good to have you in. It'll be low again, yes. Sadly, we're going to, I think, miss it again tonight, but it'll be around soon enough there. M to the C. Starship version 3 launches in an hour. Hopefully it goes well there. I'm rooting for SpaceX there. They get a hard time, but they really are pushing the needle, I think. Very valuable to us as well. Where are we down there as well? Not yet, B. Not yet. I've not had a chance to check my TikTok messages at the minute. So, but hopefully tonight, tomorrow, sometime like that, we should be able to go through them all. So thanks for sending them in. And you know what? It's nice to talk about this and not get mocked. It is, yeah. We've got our wonderful little community here, haven't we, where we can share all of these things. And we don't have to all believe the same sort of things. We've all had different experiences, but that's where the value comes in, as long as we're all open to each other there. I think it's great. And I think generally things are changing in wider society, but not that quickly. All good here, Lethal as well. Dordal is in the house, and so the video from 2013 of an orb changing the angle of a comet there. Is it legit? I don't know if I've seen that one. Angle of a comet. I've seen them interacting with, like, missiles and ICBMs, and apparently a lot of those are legit. So in principle, but I don't think I've seen that specific one. How are you doing, Kate? You enjoy the deep dive? The flight path is southeast over the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, it's going to be it too. Oh, the Starship. Again, won't be able to see that one, but hopefully it all goes well from there. And Dordal there coming in with the gifts as well. Appreciate that, guys. It all goes back into the stream there, helping us improve what we're doing. If you are just joining us, we're doing our live UFO UAP Skywatch. We're coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. This blue that we're seeing, that is the last bit of daylight. Now, as that goes over the next few minutes there, we're going to see more and more stars, some of those beautiful colours, some shooting stars, but more of these objects. That contrast gets better. Just like this one here. Can I catch it? Activated. We're going to see lots of these things flying around in the night sky tonight, and most of them sadly are going to be man-made satellites. That's why we're tracking them, because we're looking out for the ones that act strangely, the ones that stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course or trajectory, because that tells us for sure that they are not man-made, and we don't have any good explanations for them. So do help us spot all the weird and wonderful things. If you drop the grid coordinates in the chat, if we do miss something, then hopefully the mod will be able to highlight those squares and we can zoom right in. Do say hello, let us know where you're all watching from tonight. We want to hear from you all. If you've got any questions, ask away. There's no silly questions at all. And whereas what I could concentrate on, yeah, honestly, is the way the kids have behaved today. Okay, what you need to do is you need to get them watching the videos of our past deep dives. That will just get their focus. They won't bother you. It'll be the same as putting on trying to think of any kids show. Blippy, is that one? Or is it Bippy? I don't know, the guy that dresses up like a twit. Anyway, they'll love our deep dives and might be able to see it once settled in orbit for a few days. Keep an eye on it. Oh, let us know if it is possible there. And oh man, so the two newest crop circles, thoughts. One that's really square, I thought was interesting. It still feels very human for me, but I did think that was a real different mix-up. And the other one, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm more of a fan. That sort of pattern there, the more fractal nature, the geometric, they're the ones I think could be very interesting there. And astronomy, how are you doing there? I am warm, that's how I'm feeling. How about you? You'd think we'd moved the house, not got a new couch. Hey, the excitement of it, I bet they're jumping on them there. And 32 Starlink satellites, it was amazing, but was quite cloudy. It's frustrating with the clouds, definitely at the minute, isn't it? But seeing Starlink is always fun. It's always getting exciting. You know, you'd think we'd spotted a UFO when we see that because how excited we are. But you don't need the UFOs. Nature and technology can be quite cool to see there. Put the kid stuff on my TV, they'd look at me like I lost my mind. Yeah, they want to see the deep dives, Kate. And Sophia as well there, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us in from tonight there? Very good, they're just busy. Oh, I know the feeling, astronomy. I know the feeling. Right, bouncing back over to the tubes. Where did I get to with you guys? We got to the wind. We got to Stu and Inspector Morse, didn't we? And How are you doing? I only came across your channel recently, and I think this is a great idea watching this guy. Thank you, How. I didn't know, with our modern day, our TikTok brains, you know, the short attention spans, would people be up for doing it live, or do we just have to clip all the good bits and that sort of bit? But no, we've found a really cool community that don't just keep us company, but, you know, help us learn, you know, hear about all these new experiences, all the latest theories and things like that. So we're very grateful, and welcome aboard as well there. I remember you from the other day. But definitely welcome in. So guys, do make sure you're following, subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, because we do this pretty much every night. If it's clear sky, it's the UFO UAP Skywatch live from Wiltshire here in the UK. And if it's a cloudy night, it's the alien radio signal hunt. Like the film Contact, we're searching the hydrogen line, which is the channel on the dial where ET, if they're out there, where scientists think ET are most likely to put the message hello, is anybody out there? It's where the wow signal was heard, and if the moon is up and I can be bothered, we search the moon for what's called translunar phenomena, weird lights flashing, outgassing that the moon shouldn't be doing, but has been observed over the years. So lots of cool things here pretty much every night. We've got a lot of clear skies ahead of us. We're not going to be on tomorrow night, but that's a rare break for us. And so how stay tuned, there's a lot of good stuff. You're totally right there. We've got lots of upgrades and more things coming. What's the most amazing thing that you've captured? I think it's going to be the orange fireball. I think we called it again this week. I can't find it in the bloody clip, so I'm just going to have to start re-watching full episodes to try and find it, because it was towards the end of the stream, and I don't know how much of it's going to show because of where my camera was, but on my big screen, and we've called it before, it is this big bright orange ball of light that just flies across the screen. And we can tell what planes are, we can tell what drones are. They're quite easy to distinguish at these sorts of altitudes. We tell what satellites, shooting stars are, but this did not fit anywhere into any of those categories. So yeah, lots of awesome things up there just like that. I think someone caught a right-angled turn from something flying a few days ago. Yeah, there was. You guys did mention we caught one, and we think it was a tracker issue, but there was a second one that you guys were talking about. So I need to see if we can catch that one, because that is slam dunk. That movement is highly strange. Nothing man-made or natural, as far as we know, can do that in any way. It kind of breaks physics a little bit. And Rich is in as well. How are we doing there? And Liberty, I'm watching Disclosure Day for the third time right now. Let's see if I get it this time. It's not Inception. I'm sure you can get it. And I watched the documentary about the school in Australia which witnessed the UFOs. I think it was 1970s. One's the aerial school, and then one is, because there was two that are pretty very similar. One in Australia then one later on in Zimbabwe. Very similar accounts. Kids, out to play at lunch, saw a craft over the trees, land, beings come out, gave them a message. Westall is the Australian one, I think, and the aerial school is Zimbabwe, I think. Very interesting. I'm not a big fan of aliens coming down and telling us our business, mainly because I always think that, not that we don't need the lesson, don't blow yourself up, don't play with matches, don't destroy the environment. I think those things are very true, but I think they're true from our perspective. They sound very much like what a human would say, from me. And for the aliens to be able to traverse this distance, to look through the wider world and all that, of the universe, all the different planets, firstly, our planet can't be that rare because they exist. So therefore, and if it's that rare, why are they so concerned about what we do to it? So it doesn't quite fit. I'm not 100% on that, but I don't necessarily lean that way. Barry, have you missed anything? Not yet. We've only been on a few minutes, so you're just in time. And didn't I say the moon rang like a bell when they got it with a satellite or something flying at it? Yeah, they did. So they chucked a couple of boosters at it. They were doing seismic testing on the moon with the Apollo missions. They chucked a few boosters, and yeah, it rang like a bell. So the moon is meant to be made of the same stuff as Earth. They have tested the rocks, and it does match up, but it is about 23% as dense, and the moon is strange. Honestly, I thought moon conspiracies were full tinfoil hat, but no, there is a lot of strange stuff about the moon, and that is just one of them. It's just too awesome, exactly. And where are we? I did that one. The 60s, yeah. When was the Zimbabwe one? Was it the 80s or the 90s? It's been 6 UFOs. They've all been doing the zigzagging. And insane to think that it could genuinely be somewhat hollow, not fully hollow, but like large spaces, potentially, definitely honeycomb. People say that would, and look, the moon's weird for a lot of reasons, but one of them is also that it's a bit of a reverse object. It's normally hard on the outside, soft on the inside, right? Whereas the moon's soft on the outside and hard on the inside. All that moon dust around, almost like it's been drilled out and all the materials left on top. But the craters are weird too. Normally of a crater, the larger the impact, or the larger the matter that's hitting it, the deeper the crater. Not just wider, the deeper too. But with the moon, the craters are all similar depths. No matter what their width are, they're similar depths. And some of them are so shallow, well, they're also shallow, but some of them, the larger ones, the actual curvature of the moon in the middle when you stand in it, because of the curvature, is the same level as the rim of the bloody crater. It is a strange object. Where are we as well? And have you ever seen the movie Mirage Men there? And what percentage of sightings do you think are bona fide? Aliens versus top secret military projects unrelated to aliens. I haven't seen that. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. But I think it's gonna be. There are so many things that these things can be before we get to aliens. Now, I definitely think aliens are going to be part of it. I do think that is what's going on, but there is all sorts of weird effects, individual limitations of individual sightings and stuff like that, people's understanding of things. So I don't think it's a coincidence that when there's a new super secret jet, people start to see an increase of UFO sightings, or when there's a new war on, people go, hey, what's that in the image? We've not seen that one before, because that's when all the new tech comes out as well. So I think it's probably going to be quite a large proportion. We are, if there was, we say this with the satellites as well, like all these things that at the minute we're tracking, they don't seem to be doing anything anomalous. We say this too, that if Earth, all of the billions of humans, if we result in this many objects in space, what if we've got a smaller group of people, the extraterrestrials? They're going to have a smaller amount proportionally of kit flying around. So I think it's always going to be a higher amount there as well. It's a very good question. Fascinating case of 200 children and teachers that saw the UFO there. It was disturbing how they were threatened to say nothing by authorities. That does, the passion in which they shut these things down is totally strange. But it makes you wonder why, because to the degrees in which they do shut this down, somebody's got a lot to lose. And it always makes me think of the secret too terrible to be told. The idea, maybe they know the truth and we really don't want to know it. I think whatever the truth is, though, reality is a habit of coming out. So we do need to know that. And all the asteroid hits or stop at a certain depth, no further. Exactly. And where are we? Dean there as well. Evening there. I'm new to the channel, but loving it. What is the difference between the red lines and the green lines? Good question there, Dean. And welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from? TikTokers, I'll be over to you guys shortly. I can see a few messages piling up there. I'm just finishing off the YouTube chat, and then I'll be bouncing over to you guys there. So the green lines are that the object that it's tracking isn't doing anything anomalous. So it doesn't mean that it's not a UFO. It just means statistically, it's most likely a satellite. It's not giving us any clues to say otherwise. And most of the time, ET flying from A to B is going to be in a straight line at a consistent speed. There's not much for it to avoid, but it's just not giving us the information either way. The red means it's done something strange that the tracker doesn't like, and therefore we should pay closer attention to it. Aero score was 94. Button Moon, Mr. Spoon. Oh, I want to sing that then. And is that Michelle there? Hi guys, remember that Stone Henge just did that. That was it, Michael. That came up the other night. I'd forgotten about it. And Chris, I'm uncomfortable with the idea of a size looking for only a larger beings there. For all we know, on a microscopic level, it might be like the Jetsons and not even know it. Chris, was it you who brought that one up the other day? And you're totally right. We always looking to go up in scale or similar size, you know, a bias of our experience. But maybe these things are a hell of a lot smaller. And we don't really check for that. I mean, definitely when it comes into like microbes and stuff like that, that is an area that is proving very, I think, fruitful at the minute for potential evidence. And speaking of strange things, did you see that there's an X-Files Lego set coming there, complete with an alien? Maybe it's Alan. You know what? I saw an advert. I haven't seen it. I'll have to look into that one. And thank you, Liberty, for that. And always exciting, regardless of what happens, in my opinion. Exactly. I find it's always good. We're hanging out, we're learning something new, and then we do, every now and again, see something incredibly, incredibly strange. That's the one, yeah. I saw Gillian Anderson. I'm like, oh, I've got to watch that. And Helen, how are you doing there? Evening, everyone. Once the evening gets darker earlier, we'll show an earlier start. Yeah, so I keep telling myself I need to stick to some sort of fixed routine, but then I'm always like a sucker chasing when it gets dark, as soon as it gets dark. So I think we're going to be going for, can we turn the brightness up? It's not getting the edges of the screen, is it? Hold on, that's a bit too washed out. Maybe I'll go change the settings on the camera for that. But I'm thinking probably about 9:30 is going to be our sort of like earliest start time, but maybe 9. But yeah, it's starting to get earlier, so we have to keep chasing it down there. Oh, Leeds! I do love a bit of up your way there, not too far from the moors. Must be some incredible sightings there. Have you ever experienced anything strange, Dean? And Sherlock as well there. And sadly not there, Sherlock. I totally agree with you. I do totally agree with you. I wouldn't be able to deal with it, but we have got too many comments to go through, so I can't. No choice, sadly. Just put it on mute. And sounds daft, but when I eat tomato soup and it drips back into the brown from the spoon, it makes a what looks like moon craters. And what's the moon consistency of tomato soup? Or when the crafts were formed? I get what you're saying. The craters were formed. I get what you're saying. I don't think so. But there are some interesting angles that maybe it is the not just necessarily physical or kinetic in the sense of meteorites and things like that. There are people that are saying that the patterns that are, you know, from some of the craters could be that fractal pattern. There's a particular name for it, but basically electrical impact, plasma discharges from the sun may have caused a couple of them, and they're putting that case together like maybe the sun has been a lot spicier in recent years. As well, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe there. Thank you, Liberty, for that one as well. Do appreciate that, guys. The likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that jazz. It really does help us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves, and the more eyes and minds on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. There, it really does help, especially that like at the top there. Exactly there. Oh, okay. Why is my ISS countdown not going on? But I got the notification there. I think there's been an error with that one. 6 minutes apparently. I know I'm getting two separate ones from two separate notifications on the both platforms there. Very, very strange. And how I dream most nights. So often I have a one where I am looking at the sky and I see UFOs flying around. The difference is these dreams seem to be so real and everything is so much brighter and more vivid. I even saw one hovering above my house and it was so beautiful. Look, I think dreams a lot of the time are, again, our brain sort of in a conceptual way trying to understand, you know, the problems and the frictions in our daily life, but not all dreams. There are certain ones that, you know, maybe tapping into something else there, and if you say they're a bit different, maybe that could be exactly that. I had a weird one semi-recently, and it was, it's a really, really short one. I just woke up in a whoa, panic and a cold sweat, and it was this perfectly white, triangular, I think I can hear a helicopter. Let's bring up the flight radar, guys. Can we got anything locally? Oh, yeah, it does look like it. Look, we've got something there, because we are pointing southwest. So, yeah, there's one there, and it is a helicopter. Why has that not come up on for you guys? Okay, let me take that one away. But, yeah, look, it's down there, down southwest. Oh, looks like my buttons aren't quite working for everything there. Let me just press that again. No, TikTok's not having it. It's having a sulk with that one. It's meant to press the buttons at the same time. Ooh, button's gone wrong. Sorry, guys. Mission Control's having some slight issues. Let me just press all of those buttons. Anyway, where did we get to with you guys? I still want... No, that... We've got a pass tonight there. Oh, I'm not sure. Where are we down here? So we've got 21 likes currently. Well, thank you guys for that. If you do choose to like, it really does help us there. And Barry, how are you doing in there? Trevor too. They are satellites. A lot of them, if not most of them, are going to be satellites. You are not wrong at all. Most of them objects out there are very much so man-made, and there's going to be a lot of organic. We are here looking out for the ones that act slightly strangely, and we do see them on occasion. The ones that stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course or trajectory. The military's found us. They're onto us there, Jeffro. And Live Like the film, A Swan Song, depicts a future in which human cloning is possible, or perhaps something that has already been going on behind the scenes for quite some time. Well, officially, they say, oh, well, we wouldn't do that. But you know 100% that there are some mad scientists, still with state sponsorship, doing that sort of thing, sadly. You just know what we're like there. Oh, it's an Apache Liberty. Good spotting on there. And aliens had the laser pen out, and this is your helicopter drama happening in real time. Yeah. They're blaming it. Oh, it's Alan's got the laser pen. He's trying to get them to attack us here. If you see a golden ball, then I'm listening. Well, Trevor, we did see twice. And look, we're actually open for what else this could be. So this is the thing, you know, I'm not hard set. And look, I'm not saying these things are ET necessarily flying around. We don't have the data for that. But when we're seeing something strange flying around, especially it does the anomalous movement, then, you know, what is the thing at these altitudes that are behaving like that? But in particular, we have seen something. Now, it wasn't doing the anomalous movement, but it was a massive orange ball just flying across the screen, too fast and too large to be a satellite. It was massive. It presented bigger than the ISS displays on screen, and bright orange there, very, very fast, but it was too slow to be a shooting star, and it lasted far too long. And again, it was a bit too large. It was much larger than we'd seen of those previous. I wouldn't say too large, but we'd not seen any of the common ones, and there's no tail to it. And for the life of me, I just can't think of what could be a reasonable explanation for it there. I can't see at all. Right, let me bounce back over to the TikTok, see where we got to with you guys. Where did we get to? All right. V, how are you doing there, feeding Alan?
Nom, nom, nom.
OGV.
Thanks, guys.
And X there coming in with the gifts. Appreciate those guys. All the gifts, the subs, the members, the Patreons, the merch. All goes back into the stream there, helping us improve what we are doing. Trying to find my place in the TikTok chat so I can see where we left off with you guys. I know there's a lot of messages, so it's going to be a while before I get to the bottom of that list. Where did we get to? Sorry, guys. Around here. Didn't we? You even tried giving them money for games, and they're still over 5 seconds. Jesus, maybe pay them for each quiet minute that you get there. Harko as well coming in with the gifts. Thank you. TikTok Ram Raids, how are you doing tonight? And Limitless there, I have the Facebook group called Aliens and UFOs. 5.4 thousand members. You're welcome to post the UFO stuff there. Thank you, Limitless. Massively appreciate it. I'm not on Facebook these days, so I won't be able to. But I do appreciate the offer on that. Maybe at some point we might be able to take advantage of that if we get any of those good sightings to share with you there. Thank you for that. And what is the red dot in D4? So that one is going to be, that is a very bright red dot. That is one of the dead pixels on the camera, sadly. We do get some stars looking pretty similar to that, though. And Matt there, I saw lots of stuff last night there. Took videos. Oh, have you posted them? Because if you have, tag us in it, and we should get around to having a look at those. I want to hear all about them. What sort of things was it? Chloe is in. How are we doing? And where did we get to? what's that, scaffold there. Just watch the S4 Bob Lazar story. Spud, it's a good one. I enjoyed it very much. I did have more questions, but I did get some answers for it. I do lean. I think Bob is very, very interesting there. Kate coming in with the shares. Appreciate that, guys. It is the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that stuff there that helps us. Said reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. And the more eyes and minds we get on the old phenomena, said the more we can all piece this puzzle together. And OGV is in there. Because the planet Earth doesn't belong to us. I like that. That could be the explanation. I mean, what fits with all of the descriptions that we hear more than they are, you know, they're zookeepers. They're keeping an eye on us like that. That could be a really good overlay of what, to explain the behaviour that they have been, you know, displaying over the many, many years. They haven't invaded us yet. They haven't stepped in, have they, and changed, mixed things up. I think Disclosure Day is leading us to full disclosure. I feel like it was part of it. I feel like Spielberg was saying, look, we're ready, lads. All of the theories that you've got about society collapse, it's not really going to happen. Just tell us. It's the message I took from it as well. And Mason, is that blue star in the middle? Alpha Centauri? Sadly not. I would love to get Alpha Centauri on stream, but apparently they're far too faint unless you've got a really good telescope. So if we can't pick them up, sadly. But yeah, this is just what am I saying? This is Vega.
Zoom mode activated.
Vega, which is 26 light years from us here on Earth. There, burning much hotter and much brighter. Look, it's not very purple tonight, which is incredibly weird. I haven't changed any of the settings on the camera, but it's not very purple. But you're about 26 light years from us here on Earth. There, Tobbles too. Welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from? Guys, do say hello if you're joining us for the first time. Let us know where you're watching from. And yeah, do say hello there, but make sure you're following, subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, because we do this pretty much every night. If it's a clear sky, it's the UFO UAP Skywatch right from the heart of Crop Circle country here in the UK, or on cloudy nights it is alien radio signal hunt time. Like the film Contact, we're listening out on the hydrogen line, hoping to hear ET say hello. This is where the wow signal was heard, and yeah, it's where scientists think we are most likely to hear a message from ET, should they be out there, and if the moon is up and I can be bothered. Haven't done one in a while, but we need to soon, so we can see more things about the moon as well. What are your thoughts on the mystery in the Baltic? I like it. The Baltic Sea anomaly, that thing looks like the Millennium Falcon, this weird rock there, and it's even got the crash pattern behind it, the scrape in the seafloor, as if it has, you know, literally crash landed in there. I would be like in the 90s on that thing. The only thing that in my head I can't understand how is when they get the scans of it, the surface material looks like eroded rock. If it was like, you know, the skin of a spacecraft, you'd expect more like holes and more of a skeleton frame, you know, kind of like how aircraft degrade underwater or things like that, or it to be not degraded at all and it can survive those sorts of things. But it looks like it's got you know, stone erosion on it, and I can't. I'm sure maybe I think they did say, "Oh, go away, TikTok." Just coming up with these stupid things. Sorry, guys. But yeah, like maybe there's. I think you did say maybe there's, you know, there's material that's built up over it or something like that, and then that's eroded on top of it. Maybe that accounts for it. I could believe that. But other than that, yeah, that is one of the things that really, just really does. Kind of make you stick out with it, but I think other than that it's very, very, very good. Oh, now my chat has jumped ahead on me. I need to find out where I was in the stream chat. Tubers, I'll be back over you guys soon, just working my way through the tubes. And why is it always they and never who? I mean, for me they're interchangeable. They're interchangeable for that one, but who is a big question. What, who, where? All of those. Where are they from? What are they doing? What are their intentions? And Aiden X, feed him. Exactly. But you coming in with hashtags. And Mason, I think they are bringing the X-Files back. I heard this. Yeah, like a reboot with new people. I want to give it a chance, but I mean, the original, can they beat it there? And Donkey Kong Lego set looks good. As well, and I have a friend that has seen a UFO over Sweden in the form of a triangle with 3 red lights. We may have seen that one once ourselves. It wasn't red lights for us, but we did see the 3 lights in a point in a triangle formation float off over my camera here across the screen, and as it passed over stars it seemed to block them out as if it was a solid structure. When did they hear that? Because there was a spate of sightings like that in the 80s and 90s could be related to the theorized American TR-3B reverse engineered craft. Lots of like that. Oh, southeast as well, that's where I was from. And 2 more crop circles today. They've been very active. Like that is, it's crazy compared to last year. How many crop circles we have had this year is insane. So something's going on. Tap, tap, tap. Exactly, guys. Do appreciate that. The tap in, the likes and shares is how we reach you all. It's how the algorithm knows that people might be interested. You never know who's going to come in and what experience with the phenomena that they are going to share. It's my favourite bit is hearing all of your individual experiences, how often they are, and the range of them there. That's blown my mind more than the visual sightings that we get. It's been your experiences. And Limitless, my sister had a UFO over her head back in the 80s then. Her story has never changed. And in her 50s now. Oh, what sort was it? Was that triangular craft, and was there any sound? Was it like, I want to hear more on that one. Thank you for sharing. That's exactly my point, is that sightings like that, they kind of go around to a few people, but they never make the news, they never make the logs, we never hear about them. But so many individual people have had all of these accounts. It has just blown my mind how common it is. I think once the stigma goes and people can share, and also then aware that maybe that is what their sighting may have been, we're going to hear so much more. Beat me up, Scotty. I want it off Earth. There's a queue, I think. And where are we? Down here as well. A as well. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you in. It's Friday now for you, Harco, but nearly the weekend. K and Harco and V coming in with the shares. Massive appreciation, guys, for those. Flashing in a B4. Right. B4 is this one, isn't it? Where's my cursor? There. Okay, let's have a look, because flashing is of interest for us. In fact, it's quite a lot of interest. Flashing, especially from the same point in the night sky over multiple minutes or so. If it is in the same point, everything should be moving, should be in motion up there, other than geostationary satellites, and we're not looking in the right part of the sky for those. Done spamming the Discord now. Lots of interesting articles. Thank you, Harco, for keeping that active. If you want to check those out, guys. Oh, we have a Discord. It's very active. There's over 200 of you guys in there now, all sharing your personal experiences, all the latest space and UFO news. So add to it or just read through them all. I think it's going to be next week is our monthly movie club, and what we do is we vote on an alien-themed movie, and then last Friday of the month we sit down before the mainstream and watch it together. I have to watch it on our own TVs, but then we talk along in the Discord all at the same time there. It gets very unhinged, so feel free to join us for that one. And Dana there, are you in a light polluted area? I'm in the UK as well, so no, not really. We're in quite a good area, so we're quite in the sticks here. We're in Wiltshire. Oh, that was a flare. Look at that one. Very cool. Keep your eye on it. If that flares again, that could be interesting. Fucking TikTok, stop scrolling ahead on me. Sorry, guys. So what can be happening there is object, whatever that object is, and again, until it does something more strange, we can only assume that it's a man-made object. That as they're in that arc relative, see how it reflects the sun a little bit more, and that perfect point back down to us there relative to the sun. So that's possibly what going it is. Now it doesn't tell us what that object is, and that's where it's interesting. Where did we get to with you guys? So yeah, we're in Wiltshire in the UK, so right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stone Henge. So we're quite lucky. The skies are very good. It's easy phone home there. What is the blue thing in 2B? That one is a Vega. Now I'm over to C2, but that, yeah, big, bright, beautiful Vega there. And I watched Arrival today. Oh, it is such a good film. It is the way they talk about language is so spot on with that. And side piece as well. Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from? So if you're new here, guys, do say hello and let us know where you're watching from, and ask away any questions you may have. We want to hear from you all, and there's no silly questions. If you're curious, somebody else in the chat is as well there. You missed gaming, Kate. We haven't done that in a long time. It is set up. It is ready to go. But we haven't even done a SETI stream in a while. We've had so many clear nights, so I'm not going to take that for granted. And free ride there, X-Files will never be the same there. Went silly towards, yeah, I was a bit disappointed with the reboots. But apparently, not the reboot, the later series they came back to do a few years ago. Apparently the UFO crash scene in that is a real reported crash scene, but before it was publicly released. So it's kind of like somebody on the production team knew something, and then it's there. Oh, it's in C4. Good spot in there, V. I'm keeping an eye, but I'm not seeing anything on the big screen. I'll have to zoom in. There's something up with the settings on the camera, so when I get to the bottom of TikTok, I'm going to have to quickly run outside and see why it is being a bit weird tonight there, because it is very dark compared to what it normally is. And anyone here play Fortnite there? They're bringing the Simpsons map back there. Oh, I do know a few people who used to play that. I was never any good at it there. No one could put up with my astral travels. You could journey them in a book, journal them. And I'll ask her when I see her. It was the height of a house, a roof, circular. I think she said no sound. So it fits in with everything people have heard there. That is incredible. How intimidating has that got to be there, to be in the presence and under an object like that? She didn't report any sickness or anything, being that close proximity to it. Love a bit of movie club. We're looking forward to having you back in there, V, for that one. I think it's Ryzen at the minute. I don't know what film that is. It's UFO related. You guys voted on it. I wonder what the next one's going to be. And I can't believe they moved the launch the Starship V up to 4 hours. Oh my God, I'm not going to be up for it there. Limitless is Yorkshire. Love that. Again, you guys have got some fantastic skies over the moors there. So no wonder you probably had, your sister had the sightings in that area. Not bad, you hunting UFO. The more we do it, the more eyes in the skies, the more I said we can all piece this puzzle together. Oh, V, I have no idea. TikTok's just having a sulk for some reason there. It does its silly things. Before I go back over to the tubes, guys, I am going to quickly run downstairs and change the settings of the camera to make sure we're getting the full out of it. I'm going to leave you with Alan. If you thought I talk a lot, Alan talks a lot, but mostly telepathically. So, Alan, can you take over?
It's me, Alan, the real star of the show. Follow us now, or I'm sending the mothership.
I wish you'd put trousers on when you're hosting. Alright. Not much better. Let me just tweak some of the settings up this end now. Yeah, a bit of an odd, considering how clear it's been. And this is the same sky, same camera. Where did we get to in the chat? Alan, our glorious leader. Don't give in to Buildy's ego up there. Alan will willingly sell you a ticket to the Starship, Alan there. He's reading your minds. He's read your search history too. I don't want to see an alien. I'll be too scared. I really would. Alan was swearing again. That's why the gifting was banned. Starship V3 launch has been completely scrubbed out until tomorrow night because of bad weather. Oh, typical. Well, at least it's bad weather and not, bad weather and not another fault. Right, where are we, tubers? You've been very patiently awaiting for us to appear. And where are we? Down there. Gandalf is in. Good to see you there. And nice. Exactly, Treasure. It's always interesting. And I was just looking on ADSB there. There's one flying near Sam. I think so. There was, anyway. And Harry. Hello there, Trevor, too. And Marcus is in. Good to see you there. Where do we get? Raf's in as well. How are you doing, Raf? Where are we? Down here. Mr. Bungle, how are you doing tonight as well? You left your phone at work. Oh, God. And sounds like Hugh Raff there. Where are we down here? So let's see what we've got to the chat. I got a Skywatch 8-inch Dobsonian telescope there. Just started using it. Awesome. What's the best thing you've seen? Doesn't have to be obviously alien related, but yeah, we do love the night sky as well. That is a pretty cool piece of kit there, Trevor. Hey, if you join the Discord, we'd love to see any pictures you may take. We'd like a bit of astrophotography. And is that a devil mic as well there? Really, there should be a universal rule that you can't visit a planet with lesser technology, just like we wouldn't visit a tribe in the forest. Well, you know, they theorise this, don't they, on shows like Star Trek, and maybe that could be what's going on there. You know, we organise ourselves, don't we? Even if we are separate cultures, we still, you know, agree on certain rules and certain things most of the time. So it would make sense that, you know, there could be some structure like that. That seems to be the way that large groups of conscious beings can organise themselves. So it's definitely possible. But who would enforce it and what would the costs be? It looks interesting there. What equipment are you using there? Cheap Arts, good to have you in there. Hopefully you've not had to wait too long for the reply. So we're using a Sony A7 camera there out in the garden, and a little remote so we can spin it around, and then we're building our own software there to track it. It's trying to track some pixel movement at the minute, so I'm going to turn the sensitivity down a bit. But yeah, look at the difference in sky tonight compared to the last few nights. It's a little bit weird. Look, there are some. It's trying to track that one. There you go. There is some movement, but it's not the same as it has been. Where are we down there? Nothing will beat Gillian Anderson there pissing off Mulder in every episode. It was the fact that, you know, she would have those experiences and then be like, Mulder, you're crazy in the next episode. It's like, the shit you've seen, love. The shit you've seen. Still looking through a milk bottle there. I still haven't, Paul. I ain't got a telescope yet. We do want to there. Can see everything for 1,200 quid. You see into our soul. And better than... no, don't know, innit? There is really a video. Yeah, there is a lot of helicopter traffic recently. Noticing this one pick up a bit. Your phone can take pictures of stars on a tripod. Any shot I get of the night sky is crap, even if it's long exposure ones. I've got the latest iPhone and it's still rubbish. But I think it's user area there. And Harry, oh, you've been filtered by Raf. Got abducted and brain scrambled, possibly. Friend, you managed to stay awake there. How are you doing? Good to see you in. Quick draw, Raf, yeah. Answer, Morning Wood, is that a UFO? Oh, good question. I haven't seen one at the second, though. And Ross Coulthart just dropped an interview he did with Dr. Phil on his YouTube channel and the News Nation and his close aide to Trump. Very interesting interview there. Dr. Phil believes disclosure is coming. I saw that one, I think, last night. And I like Dr. Phil. He was hilarious when I was growing up on TV. So if Dr. Phil is on board, I'm on board with that. When Harry met Raph. I paid to see that movie. Better love story than Twilight. A brief encounter. Oh, guys, you're getting really good over there. Man, my day off, I have to go to work early to get your phone. That is a bit cruel. My favourite is Plan 9 from Outer Space. Planet 9. I don't think I've seen that one, Paul. At least work can't call you. I'm going to need an alien animal if it becomes available to purchase. You can get them pretty cheap, you know, on the interwebs. They are available from Temu and places like that. I think, you know, they're quite cheap from China. We might do our own Alan at some point, because this is technically an IKEA-owned design, and there's lots of cheap Chinese copies of it. So we do run into trouble with that one, potentially. So at some point, Alan might have to do a Doctor Who-style regeneration into an ever so slightly legally more distinct version of an alien there. Sorry for the delay. How are you doing, Ruddy? There, I've been cooking while watching. No worries there, and good to have you in. I need to get it. Oh yeah, you're in your chat there. It's only day 2 here for me, but already hooked. It's weird how addictive this is, but very, very much a welcome in there, Ruddy. Where are we, guys? Just trying to find my place in the chat. Oh, where did it get to? Sorry, guys. Finding my place. Yeah. than to be sold as it goes through. Oh, thank you, Super. Yeah, well, at some point, Alan will probably do a regeneration. So I'm sure they will be, at some point. They're sat there in your skivvies. Well, Alan is. And Cheap Ass as well there. How you doing? Hi, could anybody confirm if my post is visible? Yes. Yeah, you can see it this one. Because saw that one, I think there was one previously I saw, but I haven't seen any more there. Is A up in? Oh, there's A up. How are you doing? Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Thank you, AAP, for the reminder. Yeah, guys, do appreciate all the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that stuff. It really does help us meet all of you guys. You never know who's going to come in and what experience they're going to share. But make sure you're following, subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, because we're on pretty much every night. Clear Skies, it's this. It's UFO, UAP, Skywatch, and Cloudy Nights, it's the alien radio signal hunt. We're always doing some search for the phenomena. Not going to be on tomorrow night, but the rest of them we should be. Down here, and watch the ball track is going to be wondering why we're talking about Harry now. I saw that. And is it GK there? Hi, all watching from Basildon, Essex there. And I was in Martok last week there, first time since I was younger. Great to see Stone Henge again. I do need to go back. I drive past it, but I haven't actually been there since a child, so I think I do need to now. We want to do our live on location Skywatch at Stone Henge, because you can get quite close to it at night to do, imagine the stones in the shot as well. I think that would be pretty cool. It's on the list. Oh, GK, we may have said this before, but that's where I grew up, in Basildon. Who's watching the Peaky Blinders film? I haven't even watched the series. And I do deep sky astrophotography. I have a channel on doing on a budget there. Excellent one, because God, these hobbies really do get out of control very, very quickly. So that is cool. What is the best image? What is the best thing up there to image that you have seen there? The best thing seen in my scope was Jupiter and its full moon. It's just crazy that you can still see, all that from down here. I remember the first time I saw the moon up close, and it wasn't even one of our streams. It's an ex of mine. Her dad was into his, astronomy. He had the old big telescopes there, and I'm like, shit, you can see the craters, the details. So when we started doing this, and that's the sort of shot that we get. It just blows my mind. You see it up there in the sky all the time, but seeing it up close, seeing that level of detail, always blows my mind. And I love the X-Files, but Tombs scared the shit out of me. Honestly, one of the X-Files movies was one of those ones that, you shouldn't have seen as a kid, and I did, and it kind of haunted me. The bit where the kids fall in the hole and they get the black eyes, that was too much for me. Samsung for night photos of the sky there. They're not iPhone there. Oh, I bet I don't use the phone at all. Well, I'm too lazy. But the iPhone, I'm sure it's used error, but I can't get good night shots of it. Dr. Phil and Shaq in Scary Movie had me rolling. Was Dr. Phil in Scary Movie? I can't remember that. And it's your DJ voice. I'm doing my best Alan Partridge impression there. And Paul, I've never seen Peaky Blinders. It's anything like the Wombos. I hear very good things about it, but the name makes me cringe. So I've never been able to watch it just because of the name. But everybody says it's very good and very good actors in it, so I'm sure it probably is. But I just haven't been able to get over that. More Black Mirror is coming soon, apparently. Black Mirror is always good there. And Chief has smashed and subscribed. Thank you for that. And we warn you, it's a very sticky stream. You'll probably be in here every night. Not that sticky, Alan. And you're more than welcome to. The Birmingham Wombles. That's okay. I might have watched it if that was in the description there. And surprisingly similar, less hair though. Good there, actually awake for once there. If anyone loves a good old colouring book, that our Sam, very own Alan colouring. I'm trying to figure out how I do it and add it to the new shop for those, because we still have a couple of those. You're very right. And have I got any to hand? Oh, it's up on my back shelf. I have to get one down soon. So once, we've got that sorted, because they are incredibly cool. So if you fancy yourself an adult Alan colouring book, we have those. Not adult in that sense, although some of the colouring scenes are quite questionable there. But and Stone Henge as a backdrop. That was going to be our 10,000 follower milestone, because last year on TikTok, when we was just on TikTok, we were doing like hundreds of new subscribers per stream. So it was like, oh crap, we're going to have to think of something to do in a couple of weeks. So that we was going to do that, and then all of a sudden it just like we offended them, and therefore we don't get pushed anymore. So we've not quite made it yet, but we'll have to add Stone Henge to the list on the local ones. It might need the old Starlink for it though. Might be the best call. Just because of the connection, apparently it's not very good there for that. And I think for field skywatching, Avebury could be better. Oh, you know what? I've not considered that one. We've got a lot of really cool places around here. So currently we do a lot of local skywatches on the hill forts that surround the town, you know, Clay Hill, Battlesbury, all that sort of stuff, where, yeah, lots of historic sightings in the past, and we take you guys, we always take the show on the road, but yeah, we want to do a little bit more further afield. Obviously Stone Henge, but that isn't that far, you know, we're just down the road from it, really. There, but yeah, we want to do a UFO UK hotspot tour, UK UFO hotspot tour, around the right way, starting off with Rendlesham Forest. That's what we're saving up for at the minute. That's where it all goes. And look, we've got a special tour t-shirt with a map of all the different weirdness in all the UK, and on the back we've got all of the location, not the dates, but for all of the places that we want to head off around the UK. So it's all going back into there at the second. And I don't know if it's coming up on TikTok, but on the tubes it should come up every now. It shows you a little progress bar, so you can visually see how close that we are getting for it. So yeah. You can roam around anywhere there, and it's older and more spooky. Will they? Because there's a few houses, isn't there, around Avebury? Like, you know, do you reckon are they occupied at night? To wind them up without yammering. And GK would love to move to Wiltshire the way there. Beautiful part of the country, much better than Basildon. For me, I'm kind of missing a little bit of the modernist charm that Basildon had. I definitely was good to get out of Southend. That just went totally fucking sideways. But yeah, Wiltshire, I'd never considered it, and we just end up here randomly, and it's like, oh, actually, it's a UFO hotspot. So it worked in. You're still watching the crap from the 1900s there. Well, Lovejoy, that's a high-quality show from the 1900s. I love the moon. Oh, it's amazing. Pair of binoculars is good enough for them. It really is. And she goes, my favourite deep sky target is the Horsehead Nebula in Orion there. Best visual target there, the Great Orion Nebula. I think we kind of, which one is the one on his dagger that goes down, one of the 3 dots on his dagger? Because we can catch that on here. Can't see obviously in a lot of detail, but it is noticeably different to the stars. Chops his foot off and throws a rocket field. Oh, I'm going to have to look at that one. Listen, X-Files, Outer Limits, and Twilight Zone were elite. I can't disagree with that at all there. And is that Ricky there from London? Good to have you in. Guys, if you're new here, say hello. Let us know where you're all watching from tonight, and ask away any questions you may have. If you've had an experience of the phenomena, I'd love to hear about that too, whilst we're waiting for the action to happen on screen. I'm working my way to the bottom of the tube comments, the YouTubes, and then I'll be back over to the TikToks. But TikTokers, make sure you check out the tubes, because the camera is round the right way. First of all, less of my face, more of the night sky, and it's a bit more of a stable platform, so definitely worth checking out that one at The Thing UFO and Living Light. Could it be that some indigenous tribes were not contacted or genetically modified by extraterrestrials? After all, most people were, I assume. It could well be the case. It depends, doesn't it? If we're going back to the Anunnaki sort of stories and the ancient Sumerian stuff, the idea that maybe our species of sapien, as Homo sapiens sapien, maybe that in of itself is what was amended, why we, a little bit more cognitively capable than the other species. But you'd always imagine that they would keep a control. They would keep the save file from the backup in case they got it desperately wrong. There. And cheap's in this chat, on the TikTok, the tubes chat. Sorry, there. Is it in the shop? It's not at the moment, but it will be very soon. Actually, let me go get one, because AUP did a fantastic job in correlating this. So, there we go. So it's amazing work that AUP did there. And so you've got all sorts of Skywatch. I think it's Harco's in that one, so it's got a lot of our community in the images as well. And all of these scenes. There's one of me throwing my toys out of the pram. That's when we left Kate in space. We were playing Kerbal. Also even got the Gigachode rocket in on that one. Where's the one of me having a shit fit over the technology? There we go. I thought that was very, very appropriate. Alan eating the wires there. So they're incredibly limited edition, but they're not on the shop just yet. Where are we? You don't see him there. He's just below that message there. Basildon and Charm in the same sentence there. I think Baldy's had too much. It's probably just nostalgia from my youth and my wayward days when it wasn't quite as bad. Although, put money on this, right? Basildon being a new town, loads of mid-century modern sort of and brutalist buildings, right, that if they didn't stop, keep knocking them down, actually did them up, will be on the next fashion uptick there. And Orion's sword is the Great Orion Nebula. So that'll be the one that we can see. Not enough to do as good detail there. And you could head back that way there to stop in Clacton there and may meet the legend from Sigma Xi. Who's that then? Sigma Xi. But yeah, I got a bit of Clacton in the years. Right on the coast though. Not too far, and you probably won't be alone there doing weird things at night. Once in the area, my car malfunctioned next to another who was malfunctioned, and our cars just stopped and couldn't start. I thought that was going to be a dogging story at the end of that one, but hey, long history of the phenomena there, like that, the car's not starting and stuff. Very interesting. Right, that's definitely going up on my list of interesting. And Amanda, where do we donate? Very kind of you to ask. So there is on our website, thethingufo.live, there is a special, I think it's near the top, maybe just past the schedule, then you scroll down there, and it's got like a direct sort of button to link there to that one. But just general, like, the merch and stuff like that, and then you get something directly back for it is also cool there. But anything is greatly appreciated for there. Gets us, as I said, hopefully on the road sooner there. We've got to refine it, because our on the road kit at the minute is very bodged, and we don't want to travel all the way across the country and it not work. But anything is appreciated there, Amanda. It's very kind of you. And I'm going to struggle not to buy everything in the shop. Hey, no problems there. I said I wear one of these every day. I've actually had to make sure I keep certain ones back so they're clean, ready for the streams. Because I just started wearing them too much. And what about the tee you're wearing, Amanda? Yes, so that is now in on the shop there. Actually, this is probably better actually down here. But yes, this is our tour t-shirt. So it's a UK map with various cryptids and UFO and aliens, or whatever the areas are kind of noted for. And then on the back, I said it's the locations that we want to do for our UK UFO hotspot tour, but that should be on the shop, which is shop.thethingufo.live, or should be a link in the bio for them there. But what else have we got on there? When it loads, there we go, that's the tour t-shirt, that's the front of it, not a very good image. Our UFO sightings logbook, beanie hat. That's the main logo tee, which I think is really cool. That one too, Skywatch one, normally wear that one. Signal Hunter. And then we've got some various logo ones there. But if you do, guys, all the mug too, if you do choose to support us, Team Alan. Actually, surprisingly most popular, but if you do choose to support us, then do post the picture in the merch showcase there, and we can bring up the images of you guys in your merch, hopefully on holiday as well there, all around the world there, all the different shirts on locations, and yeah, bring you guys up on the stream. Where are we? It must be blocked there. And Basil has got about as much charm as Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, what with these glasses? I saw a UFO above a co-op years ago there. Nobody believed me there, so I don't talk about it. And I'm not surprised that people don't. Often, even if you're just expressing a curiosity, let alone a sighting like that, the looks that you get from people, sometimes it's just a look, and other times it is it's full on judgment or exclusion from social groups. It's ridiculous how it is. And we were doing that deep dive earlier today, weren't we? And that is exactly what they were saying that they wanted to do. They wanted to squash the public's belief and curiosity in this, for various reasons. From the CIA, this deep dive was. And they've achieved that. But I think it is coming together like we are tonight, sharing our stories, doing the work live. So we're hopefully, going to see these things together live. And then, that is how we slowly erode it, because people join in probably, maybe, they're not particularly on board, but they go, oh, what's this about? Hey, look, at least the night sky's pretty. And they come in, they'll see something strange with us, they'll hear your stories, and we can just bring more and more people over. The stigma is slowly eroding there. You found your people, 100%. Oh, roast dinner, Trevor, I wouldn't mind some of that. There's a place like Alcoholics Anonymous there. It is. The Legend Secret is. Oh, is it really? Is that? Oh, because they're doing the re-election and everything, aren't they? Yeah. I wonder what his theory on aliens is there. He had me at his policy of re-establishing the Sega. The Sega Park at what's it called there? The Sega, the big arcade in London at the Trocadero. And Chris there, my name is Chris, and I like other world type stuff there. Really big stones and underground cities. Bang on. Simon's Astro has come in here. Has he? Simon? Oh, hello. Roy as well. Very quiet around Clacton tonight. My name is Raph and I'm a pervert. Wrong channel. We knew that, Raph, though. Get the TV on spec. Exactly, guys. It's the pro move. A lot of you guys have sent me pictures of this, where you have the YouTube, the vertical, no, the horizontal on the big screen or on a projector, and then you're in the chat on your phone there. Chatting on the phone. That is exactly it. Evening, SK. How are you doing? And what do you think? Does everyone have a guardian angel looking out for them there? If so, I'd love to meet mine. Oh, I mean, I think there's going to be something to it, but whether our assessment of what might be going on is going to be correct, I've heard some very, very interesting stories around that. And Nugsy there, I saw one years ago near Cardiff, Wales Airport. What looked like a plane changed from a light to a string of windows that then sat hovering silently over a railway track for about a minute. Now, that movement there is highly, highly, highly anomalous there. There isn't anything really that we can write that one off to. I mean, other than a Chinook, maybe that's a long kind of helicopter, but you'd notice the mostly military nowadays, I think exclusively military. So, very, very strange there, Nugsy. That's a very good sign. How long ago, roughly, was that? I've been on here, a disclosure on TV. I ain't watched 5 minutes of that film. We're too distracting. And, where are we? If living my one ain't... Oh, you'd get the projector. And I would definitely be voting for Bin. He's a compelling candidate. Blind as a bat. Where are we? Down here. My angel just kicks my ass there. It might not be the angel. And Gandalf there. If you can get hold of a copy of Kevin Goodman's A Cradle of Contact, it's a good read about a group of friends in Warminster. I may have been one of them. Or Gandalf. Right, hold on. I have heard that book come up, but I don't have that one. Hold on, let me write it down, because I will. I want to read this one. Cradle of Contact. I'm just finishing up the Warminster Triangle at the minute. That was, again, a very interesting book, very well written. And as if Angel falls asleep, then wakes himself. And, well, Cardiff ain't far from, I can get pronounced wrong there, Pentridge, which had a huge UFO case in 2016. Yeah, Wales generally has got lots more going on there. There was the Berwyn Mountains, that's one on our list of locations we wanted. That was a crash location, but Wales in general, again, more rural, you know, more culturally open to these things as well. Bin face at large. And then Dr. Time Lord there, about 30 years ago or so, a friend and I seen a polished metal disc being chased by 2 fighter jets in Bundaberg, Austria. I was Australia, sorry, and never heard any reports of it or the jets. You never see jets up there. There was, when we first started doing this stream, there was a very similar report about something like that going on in Wales live when we were on it, and we had it on flight radar, and you could see the jets moving, and the reports that they were chasing something. And again, you can deduce, can't you, that there's got to be something strange to it if they're acting like that. That is awesome there, our Doctor, as well. But yeah, of course, they're not going to publicise all that stuff, are they? And Nugsy there, geez, maybe 40 years ago there. So that is perfectly in the the 90s, early 90s there, changed from a light to a string. Just as quick as you can. Very, very interesting. Yeah, what could be the normal debunk of that? I can't think of anything. That is very, very anomalous. What is up with the sky tonight? It's very, very dark. Right, going to quickly bounce back over to the TikToks because those guys are 100 messages behind, and I'm waiting for you. So I'm going to read through, find out where I was, guys, and then we can pick up from where we left off there. Where did we? I think around here, actually. So we're quite a few messages behind. Alan's reading everybody's mind. I don't want to see an alien. I 100% would be as well. I kind of want to, but curiosity killed the cat. I would definitely regret that one swiftly. And Kaza there, thank you for the follow. V coming in with all the stickers, 100%, and the shares there. And Adam is in. Good to see you there. And Dawdle, did you feed Alan? And I forgot to get Alan up for that one. Thank you for that. Oh, for fuck's sake, the chat's just... I blink, and then the chat goes all the way down to the freaking bottom again. Where did we get to? And Stanley there. What is this small red dot? Good eyes. So that one sadly is a dead pixel on the camera. There is a one there, there is one there, and there is one up there as well. But we do, when it's a bit clearer, we do see a little bit more than that. we do see some stars that look a little bit more like those ones. And what do you all think of Dennis and his discovery? Oh, the Baltic Sea anomaly. Somebody asked that one earlier. What do you guys think of that? I do like it. I think it's very interesting, especially with the trail behind it, the crater there. We're all good there, Adam. How about you? The Little People video. Yeah, no, for Agent, I couldn't see it because you did one of your stories or something, and I did look, but it wasn't. I couldn't see it in time. V says hello, A up as well. And oh, Kate told him. You have a Peaky Blinders outfit, may wear it touring with a kilt. What did somebody come out and say? Pesky Blinders or something? That was a hilarious one. Who booted you? And Freddie as well there. I have too much light pollution here and I need to get up to the moors or Woodbury Common. Honestly, so growing up in Essex, I didn't pay much attention to the night sky because it was just so light polluted. And as soon as I moved here, literally the first night, I looked up and went, holy shit. And this is going to sound so silly to you guys, but I looked up and went, oh fuck, that's Mars. And it is orange. To the human eye, you can see that it's orange. That blew my mind. I didn't know we could see that there. I'd never seen a satellite or the ISS. So that's part of the big reason for doing the stream there. It's just a game. Oh, what am I watching there? Polish. So this is a live camera. To the night sky live over Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stone Henge. So we are right in the middle of this strange and anomalous hotspot. But yeah, so it's a live camera and we're looking out for the weird and wonderful UFOs potentially. But there's a lot of man-made objects up there and we're using our tracking software to kind of see if we can tell them apart. So if it's green, it's probably, you know, just a man-made object. But if it goes red, then it could be something more anomalous. So that is what we are doing. Oh god, where we get to? It's just jumping ahead on me tonight. Where? Because I've heard it's a good show. It was just the name. And Paul, best alien movie, so funny. Limitless. We did that one recently for one of our movie clubs. It is a very good film. Did somebody say they're going to do another one? And tap there, X as well. And V, thank you for those guys. It is the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that jazz that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves. The more eyes and minds on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. And V, the merch is not there. I checked it today. It's still doing the thing. If it's like that tomorrow, I'm just gonna send you some new ones for those. Sorry about that one. It's the only issue we have had with the delivery. It's because of your Scottish manner. It can't work out your 12-mile long driveway. Harko there, Adam. Chloe as well, coming in with the gifts there. Janie, Truly as well, Dordal, and Mambren as well. Thank you guys for all of the gifts there. It all goes back into the stream, same as the subs, the members, all of that jazz, all goes straight back in. So currently getting ourselves hopefully closer to our UK UFO hotspot tour. Where did we get to, guys? Oh, this fucking chat. Trying to find out where I am. I don't want to miss any of your messages. Oh, there's a few that are struggling to track there. Keep your eyes on those. Where are we? Down here as well. No, we got. There we go. That's where we was for the second. Kate and V coming in with the shares. The tube sucks. It keeps you in jail. Just you, V. Maybe it's YouTube that was sending the thing. Oh, look, there we are. 17% funded already there for our road trip, guys. You can see that on the tubes popping up. As well. So is that a UFO or a satellite there? King Kong there. So most of the time we're going to have to assume that they are man-made satellites. So statistically that is the most of what is up there in the night sky. But it doesn't mean it necessarily is. It just means it's not giving us information to say otherwise. What we really need to see to say for sure is it stopped dead, shoot off at speed, change its course or trajectory. So that tells us 100% that it is something more anomalous. But until it does that, we don't know. Now, even though we're going to probably lean to it being a man-made satellite, it doesn't mean it necessarily, because these things were spotted to not the same amount, but before man had satellites up there, and there's records of that. So what was causing that light then? And is any individual one of these one of those older items, whatever they might be? So keep your eyes on it. When it's red, that is more interesting, although that one is a missed alignment. So keep your eyes there. Exactly. Probably a satellite until it does something strange there. And also, if I stay quiet there, I've dozed off. He's just shouted, oh, no worries, Chloe. But Alan...
Wake up. Pathetic humans.
Alan's not a fan. And Limitless there, thank you for the follow as well. Carl, how are you doing, sir? And Anna too, thank you for the follow. Good to have you in there. Truly as well. Appreciate those guys. Oh, from the Netherlands. I love that. Now, you guys have got a long, rich history of strange things in your skies. Have you ever seen anything like that yourselves? I'd love to hear about that one. Toby's as well. It was the same for another one that has seen spirits. Then young age. So I think, yeah, there's going to be an overlap. There's a lot of overlap with interest in our community of, you know, the more paranormal versus just the UFO stuff. It's not 100%, but there is an interest. I think possibly, you know, more curious, open-minded people, not too willing to put these things, these experiences in the boxes of the mundane. And coming in with the shares there, truly as well, V2. And gonna have to hit the hay. I'll catch you later, Clover. Thank you as always for hanging out with us. We'll be on Saturday next. I don't think we're going to be on tomorrow, though. 6,000 people in Scotland have seen a UFO, or 60,000. That's like 90% of the population of Scotland, isn't it? Where's it bouncing me to now? I can see a flashing small light moving quickly in the sky, and now it's red, and that's be a satellite. I don't know. It's hard to tell. If it's changing colours, that I do find very interesting. We saw one once that was flashing consistently in a straight line, but each flash, rhythmic flash, was a different colour. Red, green, blue, red, green, blue. And what's meant to be happening with these objects is basically the sun is still not too far around for them. So they're reflecting that sunlight back down to us here on the surface. So if there's a certain type of, you know, surface there, that can create certain colours of reflection. But I have never ever seen that again. Just once, the different colours per flash. Incredibly, incredibly strange. So normally they are always the same colour. There's more than the US, I reflect, because there's so many people in the US. And Amanda, if you see something, just pop the location in the chat, like A4 or C2. Exactly, Amanda, bang on there. If you call it out, the mods can press the button to highlight the grid, and we can zoom in on them, even if I am just lost in the chat. So thank you, Amanda, for that one. And Kate coming in with the shares. And we're lucky where I live there, almost zero light pollution. Oh, dawdle. We're good here, but I don't think it's quite as good as that. Can you zoom in, Mabra? I can. I just need to, as soon as I take my cursor off the chat, it disappears. So I've been slacking at that. But we can zoom in on some good ones. If I see the grid go up, we'll zoom in on some of those. And either that or a lady squirrel has stolen your delivery. That's it. Yeah. Is it Geraldine or something? What was the name of your squirrel there? James as well, thank you for the follow. And, you see the light there, the big flash of light. That was the big white flash, egg-shaped. Oh, I didn't see that one. What grid was that one in? It's just a red flashing a straight line. More not sure on those ones. I think some of the flash. Oh yeah, so yeah, the tracker, when it is trying to get that initial lock, it is going off a little bit. Why is it so dark tonight there? I don't know if there's just the atmosphere is a bit thick. I'm going to turn up the brightness a touch, so it will mean the quality drops, but hopefully we'll see a bit there. And do you see? Oh, C1. Oh, up in this sort of area here. All right, I'll try and keep an eye. About 3 minutes ago-ish. Didn't see that one. Gladys, yeah, Gladys, she's got a funky new set of t-shirts, V. She's robbed the delivery driver. Washed him a few times. Oh, C1. Where's my cursor? There. So C1 should be... No, that's A. Yeah, so C1 should be around somewhere in this square. Looking out for repeated flashing there. Thank you for the heads up. Odd experience when in training near Folkestone. Put it down to sleep deprivation, but still remember, you got to tell us more there, Free Ride, because a lot of people have strange experiences and they just assume, because they're not that strange, or that they just don't have the reference point to understand that it could be more anomalous or anything like that. And so we had a chap in here, part of our community for a while, a really cool guy, ex-Met police officer, and I'd asked him previously because I know him outside of the stream, and he's like, yeah, no, I've never seen anything strange. No, never seen anything. Was in here for months, and until somebody kind of gave their story about something, and then it just opened up a memory for him. And he's like, oh shit, no, I have seen something, and it was really strange, and other people saw it at the same time, and all of that sort of stuff. So I think a lot of people see stuff, and maybe it's just not quite dramatic enough necessarily, or they write it off as other things there. You see her cutting about in the t-shirts and the hat. Yeah, she didn't get the mug though, V. So you didn't fully lose. And Cake coming in with the shares. Though, guys, it is the likes of shares, the tapping away, all of that stuff that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there. I said, like yourselves, and the more eyes and minds on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. You never know who's going to come in and what experience they are going to share. Right, I'm going to bounce back over to the tubes. Where did we get to with you guys? And, oh, Trevor there, my dad saw a cigar-shaped object on the way to Cardiff in 1972 with 5 army personnel. Very strange. My dad said that to me. So the cigar-shaped ones were so much more prevalent around that time. They are still seen now, and they're thought of, I think, generally as like motherships. But they are very, very common place, sort of like back then for the sightings. More than the saucers, I think. And again, he had multiple people witness that with him. They are pretty awesome. And it seems like some of our guardian angels were abducted, probably tonight, together with the cows. Well, as long as they're not, doing the same thing they do to the cows to the guardian angels there. And AUP says, hi, you back to V there. And right, you're disappearing for a little bit there. We'll be listening there. Payday tomorrow there. And I have a laptop to find Raf counting down to the wee hours. I know I'm doing the same. And Dr. Time Lord there. In your sky watching, have you ever seen what appears to be 2 satellites flying diagonally alongside each other? No, the closest we have to that is the triangle formation. So 3 in formation flying, but it's not necessarily side by side. It's kind of more at that angle. So they're all kind of almost like, but it maintains the exact formation. That's the closest we're seeing. Getting side by side is really, really tricky up there with the orbits. It's a good one. And Roy as well. A number of years ago, there was a major incident in Wales, which the military are rushed to cover up. Is that again, pronounced it wrong, the Penrich one? Because we've had Kaz in a couple of times in our chat, who was a witness for, I think it's for that one. But Wales has got a few interesting cases. Nearly 43 years since my one and only sighting. I saw it while watching the Perseid meteor shower, August 12, 1983 there. That is quite a while, Stu, isn't it? But hey, you still got one. Lots of people don't ever get to see anything strange at all. Rusco is in. How are you doing there? And Tom King from Phoenix. Good to have you guys in tonight. And I find most of my UAP sky watching in the daytime there. From AZ to Arizona to New Jersey, we have confirmed that they are up daily over 10,000 foot. And they are about 1 to 3 meters long. Tom, that is some really, really interesting results there. Yeah, daylight doesn't actually obviously preclude us from doing a sky watch. It's just never normally as pretty, is it? But you're right, they're just as active in the day, sometimes maybe even more so in some cases. But lots and lots of sightings, lots of accounts. It does feel like the phenomena is more active. It's building up to something, maybe. Where did we get to? My ex-girlfriend once saw a flasher. Yeah, we do get excited about the old flashes around here. There, 100 in the chat and only 66 likes. Come on, people. Thank you for that one. Guys, if you do choose to like us, we do appreciate it there. So it really does help us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves. You never know who's going to come in and what experience they're going to share with us there. But they're laughing at us, most probably. They're just off camera. She managed to escape. Oh, are you being serious? Jesus. That's like an old school sort of, disgusting behaviour, isn't it? You don't hear it as much. Probably one of their TV shows. A bit meta, isn't it? It's like their version of Gogglebox. They're watching us, watching them. It's nearly tomorrow already there, Gandalf. Oh, well, we'll catch you over on Saturday. Thank you for joining us there. Remember, we're not on tomorrow night, guys. One of our few nights off. And back when the drones were around New Jersey, I noticed these directional lines, and they showed up every now and then. Since, but it's been increasingly rare, and I got a video once, but it was too dark to see the direction. It was like, oh shit, actually, Doctor, no, I did see something once. It wasn't on stream. It was, I don't know if we were even doing the stream back then, but I was outside one night, and I looked up, and I saw 2 solid objects moving exactly side by side, but very, very close. I could see it with my eye, and it was dead silent. And when I got my phone out and I zoomed in on it there, and when you zoomed in, I said it appeared to be flashing with a red light around it, and I was like, is that a plane? That would explain kind of the 2 lights there. Maybe the red would be the strobe, but it was dead silent, and there was nothing on flight radar. And when you zoomed in on it, It had sort of a weird organic nature to it. Now that could definitely be the product of digital zoom, basically. You know, when you zoom in, it struggles a bit there. But it was just weirdly silent, nothing on flight radar. These two dots, the only time I've seen something like that. I wonder if I still have the video of that. Tip, use a camera and put it in the night vision mode there. Then screw on a cheap 950nm infrared lens and remove the RGB, and it's easier to spot them in the daytime. Oh, I might have to try that one actually, yeah. To make it, you know, it can make it all pop out a bit more. Right, I'll have to try and remember that one. Well, she also escaped from you there. Hey, we've all been there. And last seen last September. Yeah, when was it? This would have been over a year ago if we wasn't doing this. Maybe a year and a month or something ago when I saw it. It's an interesting way to go. It is there. Right, where are we? Over on the TikTok. Oh, they're not side by side. They were offset as if it were lights on a plane, and the plane was flying at 45 degrees removed. Oh no. The one I saw, yeah, was sort of side by side. So I might have seen that in the alignments here. Might have. Because I was thinking, yeah, side by side. Where did we get to? Over on the tubes there. Not the tubes of TikTok. Why is TikTok having a sulk? There is no connection issue, TikTok. Stop having a sulk. It was 36 years back there, and I raised my weapon and shouted a warning there, and it just faded away. Oh, that is proper spooky. Lots of history around Folkestone, all the defences, the Napoleonic things around there. I wonder, like, it being in the services, like the forces like that, is that something that you don't share just because of ridicule? You have the piss taken out of you? Because I'd imagine if anybody's going to have experiences like that, it'd be you guys out in all those places. And catch you. Oh, how you doing, R4? Good to see you in. How you been doing that? I'll catch you later there, Mambran. Try clip the flash. I'll see if we can there. But yeah, I'll have a look. Hopefully we'll have some results for later in the week there. And Nishko as well there. Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? And M to the C. It's just that time of night. Very much. Where did we go? The Skywatch is in Turkey. Also used the 950nm infrared on a Hi8 old tape camera there. Can't afford the new shit I got. I can't afford the new shit there. But I'll never forget to the F-15 pilots at Lakenheath saying we're chasing a UAP. Hey, that, if you could record that, got that on recording, that would be fucking awesome there. Emilio, how are you doing? Oh. Settle down tonight, guys. If you are just joining us, we're doing our live UFO UAP Skywatch there, coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. So lots of weird and wonderful things in these night skies tonight. Do help us spot the strange and anomalous there. Don't rely fully on the tracker, although it is a good guide to highlight where there is movement. Now that's an interesting one. Like, it's taken that long before the deviation was detected, but still not necessarily anomalous unless it does something a little bit stranger than that. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, guys. In fact, should we spin the camera around? See if we're getting a bit more going on. Oh, you still have it. See, now that would be a cool clip. I can't think of what to use it for, but like, it's good to have on record there. And what if aliens are simply looking for an answer, just like us humans? I heard an interview of a DMT chap today. I think he was the guy that made popular the DMT laser code in the Matrix. And he was talking about basically the layers of simulation, because he's leaning to more simulation hypothesis with this sort of stuff. And he was saying that there are just, you know, layers upon layers of simulations within simulations, and everybody's trying to figure out what the next layer up is. You know, going back to that age-old question of, like, well, what's the universe in? And then what's that in? And he said, yeah, it's just generations of intelligent beings simulating again to try and figure out and answer that question. Which I thought that was really interesting. Then, Tom, what kind of camera do you use for the broadcast there? I have a variety here, 13.4K camera to watch the house, and then I have the radar and the cinema cameras, and 5 thermal cameras, and 9 night vision devices. So we literally just have this one, which is the Sony A7S, I think it is, only the really early one. It's all we've got at the minute. We do want to get the filter removed so we can do the infrared and the ultraviolet with it as well. But I think I might do a separate rig for daytime. Make it easier rather than keep changing everything there. And Harry as well, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? And see, it's red. Good spotting there, Harry. Yeah, sadly, that one is... Let me just double check. C... C's red. Oh, the path on it there. Good spotting. Yeah, it does not... See, this one's gone red here with the alignment there, but it doesn't look like it's done anything strange. I think that's just a tracking error. Keep up the good spotting. You need to try this at DMT. That is something we can't get you from the shop, though, V. And that definitely might get lost at customs. So, guys, if you're new here, do say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. Ask away any questions that you may have. No silly questions here at all, and we want to hear from you all. We're doing our live UFO UAP Skywatch night, currently live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. So lots of weird things in these night skies. In fact, we're currently live from a little town called Warminster in Wiltshire, which, if you're old enough, you might remember the Warminster thing. And it was a spate of sightings for about 10 years in the 60s and 70s. That were just phenomenal. You could turn up at any point in that 10-year period and have an experience with the highly strange. People would travel internationally here, have an experience, and go, right, I'm giving up my life, I'm going to stay here. And I think it's still going on. They lost. And what is the light pollution there? It's normally, King Julian, normally much better. We are suffering a bit tonight. It's not as good as it has been, but it's not too bad here. So we are quite, we're a little town, a bit of light pollution, but we're in the realms of nowhere there. And Maria there as well from Italy. Welcome aboard. Good to have you in Italy. I have lots of sightings that way. Have you ever experienced anything yourself? And Tom as well, you have the great night set up there. Now you should get a killer daytime finder and zoom in camera rig there. So you're located in the killer spot. I'm thinking of, it's going to be a while away because of budgets, but was it the UFO DAP ones? They've got the AI software and you get the dome cameras set up like that. I was thinking about putting one of them up around here and having that running like all of the time and seeing if we can catch some good footage of that. Have you got any experience with those? More people will tune in if you change the title to live from Stone Henge. Well, we're about 10 minutes from Stone Henge, so I don't want to kind of lie. Like I say, it's not technically the same. Pushing the realms of... it's 10 minutes as the crow flies as well. I wouldn't want to walk it. Yeah, pushing the things there. The limit of truth. From the Downs there. Oh, I love that. Have you ever seen anything strange? And thank you for the follow. Good to have you in. V as well coming in with the gifts there. Sorry, I totally missed those. Appreciate that, guys. The gifts, the subs, the members, the Patreons, the merch, all that jazz does go back into the stream. Help us improve what we're doing. Currently, we're saving up to take the show. Well, that's a nice blue one. Should we zoom in on that?
Zoom mode activated.
Take the show on the road a bit more often. Every now and again, we do it live from the Iron Age hill forts that surround the town, where there's a history of sightings, and we've seen some things with you guys up there, and I've got scared, and you've all had a good laugh at me. But we are hoping to do a bit of a UK UFO hotspot tour. I'm going to kick that off with Rendlesham Forest. So yeah, we're saving up for that one there. So that's where it's all going. Your support is greatly welcome. Close enough to the stone. Exactly, Tom. I think especially internationally, you know, it's close enough for you guys, isn't it? We're down the road. In fact, I didn't realise again until moving here how many of those bloody stones are just everywhere. It's not just Stone Henge. Like, you know, we've got them, like, you walk down the street in this town and you go, that's a large stone in the side of that garden wall. Jesus Christ, it's a monolithic stone. It's been robbed in ancient times. I'm just going to have that for my house. Walking through the woods as well. You go, well, there's a bloody large stone here. It's like as if they were taking it on their way to build a henge and just kind of gave up, you know. All Sky Cam, Sam. That's a rhyme. All Sky Sam, maybe. I have the 3 dome cameras running there. Some of them are hooked up to the UFO DAP and auto-record the UFOs as they come in. It's a good to find at least there 1 to 3 UFOs every month. So you say, is it worth doing then? Because I think, you know, where we are, I would like to... And they say as well, if you get multiple, that you can then calculate distance and things like that. But they talk about 500 meters or something distance. I'm like, could you do it a bit further than that? Could I convince somebody else on the other side of town to have one, and we can kind of get the full coverage of the town? Could be quite cool. It's a real cam. It is. And we have stone circles in Scotland too. It's like, we've not forgotten about Scotland, V. But you've got some good ones up there. But what I find more interesting than your stone circles, V, is your obsession with haggis. No, is the glass castles. Is it the crystal castles that you've got there? So there's these really really old fortifications that you've got and they appear to have been vitrified, exposed on certain sides of them, not the whole thing, like as if from one side they've been exposed to dramatic heat that has turned the stone to glass. They, I think, are very, very, very interesting there. Lady Danielle, thank you for the gift. How have you been? And Adam as well, coming in with the shares. Appreciate all that. And it got the $90, got the $90 OT DAU software, and then I try it with your existing camera. If you oh yeah, that's because you were saying the other night about buying the software. So I did look at the website, and it is there. And yeah, that is my next step. I don't think it would be good enough with this cam, because I need to get a PTZ, you know, dome camera or something for it. But I've been eyeing up my roof going, I could put one up there. I could put one. I think my house is going to start to look like fucking Doc Brown's house, all the weird stuff strapped to the roof there. And Mr. X there, the cops on the top of a Cradle Hill there. Plenty of paranormal activity there. I didn't know about that one until recently. But yeah, you got the UFO barn up there. So one thing, when we get a lot of clouds in winter, oh look, there's two nice blue ones, minty fresh ones that are converging there, look. How many have we got on screen? 5. It's picking up a bit now. But when it's winter and we get it's too cloudy to get the camera out, we'll do a SETI stream, the alien radio signal hunt. But I get bored of doing that one a few nights in a row, so I kind of need something else that we can do a little bit more interactive. So I'm thinking that we might spend a little bit of time up there exploring that one for the spookier side of things. And Ben there as well. Good evening to you all from Denmark. Good to have you in and very much welcome aboard. Have you ever had an experience with the phenomena or the highly strange? Would love to hear about that one. 12 Callanish Stone site there. Oh, was it Crow Morick Hill? Oh, I've not heard of those ones there. And no, it's great with static cameras too. Awesome. And it will watch just about everything there. USB, HDMI, video cards, drone camera, telescopes, DSLRs work with the UFO, BOP. You can link them together to watch it remotely. Oh, Tom. I was telling myself I was going to be a good boy this month. But I'm feeling I might that might end up happening. As well there. How you doing, Nathan? Good to see you in, sir. Where are we? Down over into the TikTok as well. Correct there. Dramatic heat caused it. Again, you're thinking solar flare, you know, because they've tried, haven't they? Tried to like set fire to it, and you know, you can't do it. You cannot get anywhere near those temperatures. So, lots of anomalies. Our understanding of what's happened in our past, I think, is so limited. Right, I'm going to turn the tracker off briefly, and I'm going to spin the camera around. So hold on to your hats, guys. We're spinning it. There we go. That seems to be a nice patch of sky. Let's turn it back on. Let it have a sulk, and then she'll start picking up some things. There we go. Look, there's one up there. There we go. He's got a couple. But that's Vega. Why does Vega not look blue? It must just be the atmospheric conditions tonight. As well there. Good day from Australia. Good to have you in there, Tipos. How is Australia? I love you. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Love having you guys in the chat, keeping us company as well there. Honestly, I would have given up on this about 2 or 3 streams in, but it's having you guys there actually keeps me going with it, especially over the winter. Because over the winter, guys, the skies aren't as busy, and obviously we do a lot of alien radio signal hunts. I think our streams got down to like 8 people. If it weren't for you guys keeping us company, so we wouldn't have been doing it. Getting some more movement over this side, which is very, very good. Keep an eye on it. Don't trust the tracker fully, so still keep monitoring them with your eyes. We're going to see lots of things like
Zoom
this
mode
tonight. This one is probably going to go red because it's got that alignment ever so slightly wrong. So as it deviates further from its predicted path, it will go red, but it doesn't look to be anomalous yet. But don't trust it, keep it looking. But yeah, we're going to see lots of objects like that tonight, and like this one. And we need to see them do something strange. We need to see them stop dead, shoot off at speed, or change their course or trajectory, because that tells us for sure that it is something a little bit more anomalous. So normally red will mean anomalous, definitely worth checking, but it seems to be it's just that it got that initial track wrong. There, so keep your eyes spotted on those. TF is in as well. How are you doing? No, not much tonight, Nathan. Oh, that's a nice bright one up there. Look at that one being tracked. And look, the dynamic dots are working. The targets are bigger for the bigger objects, so it doesn't block the view. And oh yes, when watching the volcano eruption from LA Palms some years ago, saw an orb thing coming out of the crater. Bloody hell, now that is cool, because this was something that I didn't know about, but apparently there is quite a high correlation of volcanic activity and the phenomena, whichever it may be. Lots of images showing things apparently disappearing in and out of volcanoes. Some people have theorized they may use the, you know, the magma tubes as a sort of form of transport. I'm not sure why they would need to, you know, if they've got all the other ability, but there does seem to be some connection to it there. That's a phenomenal sighting there. The blue ones are the coating on Starlink satellites there to help stop the reflections, apparently. It's making it worse, but I think you're right with that, because we did start seeing them about the time the next generation of Starlink started to come out. B3 slow mover going to the left. Sorry, yeah, got two here and here. Yeah, good spotting for those. Yeah, tracker's not picked those ones up. I'm going to turn the sensitivity down, see if it will pick those up, or is it just going to get more? It's more false positive. So I'm going to turn up the brightness. I don't want to wash out the colour, but it's not as clear as it was last night, is it? Oh no, that is a false positive. Let me put the sensitivity back down. Why is it not picking up these ones? Interesting. Good spotting there. I wonder how much bigger they are to the older satellites. I think the Starlink ones are quite small when you look at them. They're quite thin, aren't they? Whereas the old satellites are bloody huge. But I suppose, you know, technology was massive then as well, wasn't it? Everything was all bigger there. Another NC3, good spotting too. Where are we over here as well? Want to go to Australia so I can adopt koalas. Oh, I would love to. I wouldn't put them down if I could hug one. I really wouldn't. But it's the spiders that do me in. I would love to see all the birds out there in the wild as well. But the spiders. And the long flight without a smoke break, I think, would be the end of me. Does anyone remember the cola in the glass bottle? What was that? A koala in the glass bottle. Oh. Good use of the grid. Oh, yeah, you got one right there. Good spotting. I remember a panda cola in plastic. Oh, yeah, Panda Pops. The tracker confuses your brain. It's quite easy. It just follows the objects there. Lordy as well, thank you for the follow. And saltwater crocodiles. Oh, you know, that illusion, I hadn't even considered that one. More left drifters on the way there. They meet somewhere as a party. You do get like these busier patches and you wonder what's going on off screen, then you just get flooded with them there. SpaceX's new ones are apparently a much larger again there, weighing up to 2 tons. Really, they're actually making them bigger. Interesting. I'll wait until they get the old... Oh, look at that fucker. That nearly missed that one. Just going up there. That was an orange one. That was a very, very bright and orange. Damn it. I wanted to suit that one. 4 times the size, Jesus there. Kiwi as well, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? Guys, do say hello, let us know where you're following from. Or if you had an experience, we'd like to hear about that one too, as we're waiting for it to happen on the screen. Yeah, so off tomorrow night, but back on Saturday night, guys. And is it going to be a Skywatch? I imagine so. We've got horrendously hot weather consistently, so... Oh, no, it's saying cloudy. But do we trust it? Sunday night looks good. And yeah, then it's back to it. Yeah, so maybe it'll be a signal hunt on Saturday. We'll have to see. Probably still will be clear enough to do a Skywatch, though. And the fear of Australian spiders from around the world is kind of funny. Yes, we have them, and some are big, but they are not lurking around every corner waiting to jump out at you. The issues I have with spiders over here, and they're not deadly, I'm just immediately going, if you things could kill me, I would have been gone a long time ago. We've got some horrendous ones here, but again, they're not deadly, so just immediately, oh. Yeah, I mean, beautiful parts of the country, other beautiful wildlife, but I bloody hate spiders. Wonder how long till we have a Kessler syndrome event there. Spare rib. They are very, very worried about it, and the more that's going up there, the more that statistical likelihood increases there. Is the grid like the compass points? North, south, east, or west? So not technically. So you guys on the tube, it is... Well, yeah, actually, north is up, south is down, you know, east and west. But, well, we are... So the camera's pointing south, and then we're pointing it up at the sky. So you're almost directly up, really. But, yeah, south and north, that would be the rough orientation. Over on the TikTok, it's like this, and we've turned it sideways like that for you. So north is the right, south is the left. Look at that fucker. I mean, they're you know, the skies are pretty exciting. I do swear when we get. Oh, that's a good one you caught there on the grid. Well done, guys. They are big over there. With my zero experience, but I've seen pictures and that's enough for me. Oh, here's a nice orange one. Yeah, look, we're getting orange ones. We haven't seen orange ones in a while.
Zoom mode activated.
Nice. What are you up to on Friday? I've got some. Excuse me, guys. I've got some friends staying over. They're visiting from Essex, so the poor things, they're with us for 4 nights, so I'm going to give them 1 night off, so they don't have to deal with this whilst they're sleeping. It's a nice blue one here as well. But they're only getting 1 night. We'll be back for the rest of them. Yeah, just don't touch the deadly ones. They won't chase you. But that implies that other ones will chase us. And even if they're not deadly, I don't like it there. Super. I often get false widows where I am there. The little skull shape on their back's creepy as hell. Oh, yeah, very appropriate, isn't it? That we had an infestation. Look how blue that one is. That's very blue. Infestation of them in Essex. And I noticed one of them outside in the garden the other day. And I'm like, hell no. Hate them there. Fast moving C3 going to a beta 2. I think there's a bit of a lag. Sorry, guys. The time it gets through to us here. But good spotting. Bloody bus going along there. Yeah, but they might get into bed with you. Nah. Flat no on that one. Yeah, no, I can't. Just the size of them there. I'll do my best, Nathan. You know what I'm like with social interactions. They bite us. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, we had infestation. I've told you this story before, and sorry for everybody that's heard it and hates spiders. But our last night in Essex, in our place there, we loaded up the moving van the day before, and it was just a mattress on the floor and the bird cages, you know, so we could load them up in the morning and then kind of get on our way. And that night, in the middle of the living room, and we didn't have the false widows. They were in the kitchen. They were in the other room. Never came anywhere else. Anyway, we're still on the living room floor on the mattress like that, and then, you know, it's dark. We're trying to get some sleep before having to get up early. And then I felt the missus just do that, and as she did that, we heard her. I was like, what the hell was that? You know, she's brushed her nose, that heavy landed on the floor. We just sat up, turned the light on, and there was just this false widow that was just on the floor looking back at us, and it landed on her face, right on her mouth, our nose, and she brushed it off. I was like, no, that's it. Thank God we're fucking moving. To get the blowtorch out, burnt it down to hell. Oh yeah, it really did. I'm awful with spiders. My auntie used to live in Oz. My gran went for a holiday and was hoovering when a stream of baby spiders came out the light fitting. She stuck them all up in the hoover to find out that they were black widow babies. There, and I subbed there, like the channel there. Glad I found it. Thank you, Doctor. I will be back for sure there, but if I don't leave now there, I won't get to sleep. Nearly 30 hours there. I'll feel you there, Doctor. But thank you for joining us. Hopefully we'll catch you later on. So not tomorrow night, but we'll be on the night after there. You removed a false widow from indoors the other day. A nice skull marking on the back. Oh, it's like they know what they're doing, isn't it, Phoenix? It is not. It proper was. We got ones called, they're called, I think, tunnel web spiders that we get here, and I didn't know you get these in the UK, but they've got, I made the mistake of googling what they look like, because they hide in little tubes, and like, you know, if you imagine if you screw into some brickwork, drill it out, and then, you know, you don't end up using the hole, they like those holes, and their legs just stink out and dangle, and they're like always by my doors. I see these big black hairy legs, and I thought they were fake spiders or someone's having a laugh, but I googled them, and no, they're tunnel web spiders, and they're luminous green fangs, and they're massive. We have them here. Hello from Finland. How you doing, Judith, as well? Good to have you in there. Have you seen anything strange yourself? Sorry, we've gone on a spider chat, and it happens occasionally. And once upon a time, I lived in Africa, and the bloody spiders just sucks. Oh, living like, I don't even know if I could handle that. And the ISS. Oh, is the ISS? Where's my timer gone? Oh, it's disappeared now. It thinks we're not doing the stream anymore. That's probably why. So no idea. My timer's gone off. I always wanted an African grey there. Can't bring myself to buy one though. And if you ever hear one needs a home, give me a shout. Nathan, I'll keep you in mind. I like the bigger white birds as well. We end up getting smaller ones because of the space, smaller parrots. But I like the big ones. But now I'm like, God, these ones bite me enough, and their beaks are smaller. Imagine if I had an African grey that was chewing at me. Yeah, can't do Oz there. Ethically, not financially. Yes, yeah, I know. They're always bloody expensive, aren't they? Was anyone up 2 days ago at 3:15 a.m. in the eastern sky, bright with going south? Wasn't debris, as it was a constant light that stopped and vanished. Oh no, I didn't notice that one. TF. Anybody else catch that? A false widow living in my bedroom window, just above my art table. We are mates now. She keeps the wasps away. Whilst I'm painting a drawing. I mean, I know they do good and all that, but I just have to get the hubby to evict the fuckers. Leanne actually does that job for me. I just can't do it. I used to keep 27 different types of tarantulas. Cured my acrophone. Oh no, I don't think I could do it. Spiders love their belly stick. Oh my god, no, I'm not testing that one. Anyway, back over to the tubes. Sorry, the TikToks there, and I feel like I can't literally really see any of the moving objects because of that tracker there. But that's good. You don't need to. You're tracking them. You should be able to zoom in on them though. On the tubes, it's much bigger. Just saying, V. Does Otis like visitors? Oh, he does. Teddy likes the visitors too. Brian hates them. But quite enjoyed trying to find them, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of people did. Yeah. I was worried that it would block the screen a little bit too much there. But there's been a few occasions where I've, especially not so much tonight, but the last few days, where I've gone, I would not have seen that one. That was far too faint. You know, I was so distracted by the others on the screen. And also when we got that plot a couple of nights ago, where it was showing the above and then below the line, it had actually plotted in it, you know, the wrong course, the straight line, but the actual object was tracked going above and below. I thought, oh shit, I would have missed that. So I'm sticking with it for the minute. How you doing, Joseph, as well? We're always going to find out ourselves having the inevitable spider chat. It always happens there. Jolly nice to see you too, Joseph, as well. I keep thinking it's Friday and saying what you're doing for the weekend, but it's Friday tomorrow now, isn't it? Or now, technically. Spider chat, or what snacks we're eating. It goes sideways. What's the other one that I end up ranting about? I evicted a bunch of red spiders from under my couch today. They were just chilling there, reddish brown. That just sounds horrible. Evicted a boatload of folks that turned up my front garden. Crabs. Boatload of crabs. Crabs freak me out as well. I'm a bit more tolerant of them because they're bigger and they don't really seem to be as fast. I'd be waiting for them to escape. I'm always out the back there. Our garden faces northeast, and I go out for a vape, and I know satellites and some things I've seen I can say are terrestrial. Honestly, when you doing that, TF, there, you get your eye for it. Same as doing it through the camera here. You kind of go, yep, satellite. And although it might not do anything that says convincingly 100% that it isn't, you do go, that is odd. That is out of line for it there. You get that gut feeling, exactly as Super says there. Spiders love their belly tickled. I am not testing that one. Legendary. Righty, yeah. Who's going to be the first to fall for it? Jumping spiders are cute and super intelligent, and they don't bite. And quite a few people have them. So I've seen those. They are cute. I will give them that. But I don't think I could bring myself. Hubby used to do pest control there. Came home from a supermarket with a huntsman spider out of a banana box. Oh, my friend, her first job was a checkout lass at Sainsbury's when I was in Essex, and we're going back now to being like 17, 16, something like that. Probably kids can't even get jobs like that nowadays, most likely, being school still. So she was working there, and anyway, we go back around to hers with some other friends, her sister, and we're chatting on their landing upstairs. Oh, ISS apparently. I think it's going to be too low for us tonight. We're chatting on her landing upstairs, and she's in a doorway of a bedroom, and she's in her Sainsbury's uniform. Anyway, she goes to scratch herself, puts her hands up at the back of her shirt like that, and then pulls out, like hand like that, what was irritating her, this big, bright, massive red spider goes, chucks it, jumps up the wall and wedges herself high up, which is quite a move, like that, and the thing just scurried off and ran into her sister's room, and she's like, that's it, I ain't going back into that room, and we all ran away that time. Oh, what's that? Slow mover C3 going, be free to be a 2, down there, right. So I'm so slow on the uptake with some of these. That is a nice slow move one, slow and steady, isn't it? But very bright. They should definitely be being picked up. If there's a slow one out, don't want to leave it in his van. Yeah, definitely. We get baby ones in the UK, do we? Where are we? Over Even the tiny ones. I'm more forgiving of those, but yeah, I can't. I can look at a crab without flinching. I love how they walk. And for the ones that come in a tin, in stick form. Very slow mover there. Tracker is struggling with it. Yeah, he definitely struggles in different atmospheric conditions. C3 to C4, good spotting. Let's keep a little bit more of a hotter eye on it, guys. I've been slacking a little bit reading the chat and telling you spider stories. It was awful. Bird-eating spiders grow to 12 inches in diameter, leg into leg in there. They have a big fangs and bite. Ugh. And ads is in late into night there. We got to the zebra spiders in our garden. Oh my god, very intelligent and so mechanical in their movement. I didn't know that. You just take them to zoologists in Aberdeen. Absolute small spiders. One one red one grid D at 29 minutes there. Good spotting. Got one there. That's a static one. I thought it's Vega. I thought, wait a minute, it's tracking that one. There's a few going in this path. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 going on the same trajectory. That or similar, very, very similar arc of trajectory there. I wonder what they are. I moved over this guy. Good spotting there. Chinese eat spiders as well. Oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Starlink, possibly. Possibly. I mean, most likely, actually. Even statistically, you're going to be right, you know, 2/3 of the time. I love cats eat spiders. Our parrots are meant to eat them. They bloody don't. They just look at them and go, oh. Still have the scars from the false widows there. I didn't know that their bites are necrosis. I didn't know that either. I knew I just didn't want one. Ziggy Stardust and the spiders. Ooh. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. I put that in my own head just for the distraction for you. Thank you. Less spiders. God. It's a reasonable patch of sky, but yeah, it's not been as... I wonder what the difference is, what we can measure the difference has been tonight, to the clarity difference between last night and tonight. Possibly, but they're normally in a straight line for a Starlink train. Like, they're all on exactly the same course, whereas they seem to be two separate courses, two following each other on two separate ones. So maybe... better something. Oh yeah, I think 8 degree. Yeah, it's going to be too low for us there, sadly. The ISS. And why is that one not popping up? It's popping up on the TikTok, but not on popping up on the tubes. I don't think. It was it. They were reasonably fast moving for their arc. The Brazil jumping spiders spend their life hunting down their prey. Fascinating to watch and to toy with, setting them up little challenges. You're playing Ghostbusters with Hubs' phone. Is that like an actual game, or are you got the old Ghost apps out there? 200 tabs open. Is the sofa's one of those tabs there? How you doing there? Adrian popped in there, Dibs. Oh, there was something earlier, but I can't remember now. Force Widow bite is like bee sting. Oh, I don't think, touch wood, I've had one, but I'm sure it's only a matter of bloody time. I know who's playing the song. That's a classic there. How you doing, Chromie? And thank you for the gift. How have you been? Sleeping, but it's coming. Does he need that to fall asleep? 2. Swarm of bees take over your attic once, or it's 40,000 of them. My God, that is a stream there. You should have thought ahead. Think of the honey you could have got there. If the lady gave us the honey and it was still warm, start thinking about it. Actually, when we moved in here, one of our neighbours very kindly gave us some of their own honey they have from their own hive, and I thought, fucking hell, that is country, isn't it? Look at how big this one is. Actual honey. It was the best honey I've ever had there. You got the images of I don't know if I'll be able to live in the house of it there. Bees not so bad, but wasps and things. Ugh. That's a nice, bigger, bright, beautiful one. I'm glad to hear it there, Cromie. Yeah, we're all the same here, ticking along. Had a box and they were stored in, and she let us feel the heat pouring from it there. It's insane. They were coming out of some of the light fittings. Oh my god, that would be so bad. But yeah, the heat, isn't that how they kill some of their you know, the invaders? They just swarm them, and then just the temperature just cooks them. But keep bees in the farms there, and cannot beat fresh honey on the combs. I'd be too nervous. Although I might as well have a bloody hive here. Every summer we got 2 bushes just as you go out in the garden. There's like a bush either side and on the planters, and they are crawling every summer with bees all summer long. If anyone says there's a bee shortage, they're not. They're in my garden. Yeah, wasps, ticks, and spiders. I can't back off. Yeah, all of them. Cooking is insane. It is. I'm sure you could heat your house with bees. Hey, maybe that's the way forward. I'd prefer a gas leak though than a bee leak. Had a female weaver spider nested in our kitchen. Never seen one until recently. An amazing markings. I mean, I can appreciate, you know, some of the nature. I wouldn't want to harm them anyway, but I am absolutely terrified. If the grid slowly started going all black like something was blocking the view, what would you do? Good question there, TF. Well, if it was the grid that was going black, I'd worry, because that's on this side of the camera lens. But yeah, no, if the whole sky just started to go, yeah, like something coming over there, I'd be like, whoa, money time. I might even rush outside. That'll be payday. Oh, my neighbour sells honey there. Has his own bees there. It's best honey ever. Yeah, you can tell the difference, can't you? Music and frequency are the one there. Close your eyes and focus on a single point in your vision. I think frequency, you are bang on with that. You know, everything is a wave, and frequency is just how many peaks to the wave over a certain time there. And don't try and clear your thoughts, just let them pass. That's where I get stuck with meditation and stuff. I always just get stuck on that. I'm a nightmare at it. I can imagine one day if I actually get it and go, guys, it's bloody big if it does the whole screen, yeah. Or it's close. Either way, equally nerve-wracking. It would be something cool. Like, it really would. And that is the world that we're living in. That if that sort of thing does happen, or any of the sites we all get to experience it all together there. ISS over the North Atlantic there. I think it's going to be a bit too low on the horizon for us tonight. Yeah, but our timer went off well too early. See where it is now. Oh yeah, that's going to be far too low on the horizon. Damn. It'll come back around soon enough though, but thank you for the heads up. Why aren't spiders abducted? Problem solved. Hey, maybe they are. Maybe they've done the whole eco system. Oh yeah, proper brown trousers time. Prefer a gas leak over a bee leak. It's true though. And how you doing there? If a craft landed in your area, what would you do there? Go have a look. Or not want to. Me, I would be straight to have a closer look. So this is, I've thought about this one repeatedly, and I really would want to go have a look. Like I really would want to go have a look there. But I think as soon as I realised it, then I might bottle it. You know, I would love to see like the craft, but I kind of would like to be able to, you know, okay, right, I've seen it now. I mean, the tip is though, if you do come into contact directly with a craft, don't touch it, don't get too close to it. You know, lots of people have been injured reportedly from having those interactions, but I think I would be tempted to go and have a touch. You know, just a little cheeky tap. And Chris there, I'd be listening for the baddie or the hero music to come out before I decide. That's a good one. Just listen, you know. Oh no, it's getting a bit creepy, right? You know, back off. Back to bed for me. Have you back there? We get a little team together. I'd rather have a pocket full of spiders. Oh my god. You'd have to. Like, it's like that. Get a bit of dog shit on the end as well, and you could chase off the aliens, couldn't you, if they turned bad? Who's probing who? And the ancient Egypt had all kinds of deities there, even beetles, yet no signs of any spiders. Yet South America, they have a massive one seen from the sky. That's a very good point there, TF. I haven't even considered that sort of stuff. Flashing back to my childhood there. I don't know if it was a Basildon thing, but chase your mates with dog shit on a stick. Trying the same but still trying the one thing I struggle with is getting lost in. That's I always on the train, as they say with those things. Realising meditation really puts into a light how much you talk to yourself. It really, yeah. And no wonder I'm knackered all the time, because I'm always overthinking everything. Loving the result. Thank you, Chromie. The tracker hopefully is getting better, improving our odds of detections. Thank you. We do have our. Is it going to work now? Oh, why is it not responding over on? Oh, there we go. On the TikTok. It's meant to work when I push my little button. It comes up on the tube, tells us if there's any planes in the area. There's one in the northwest there, but let's turn it off again. Oh, you know, we haven't loaded up the Starship Alan tonight, have we? Let's have a look. Is that going to work? That's not working on TikTok either. Very frustrating. Let's turn it off for that one then. Where is my button? Oh, pressing the wrong buttons. Is it going to work now if I do that one? Let's try that one again, shall we? See if it's going to load the Starship Alan. No, it's not loading on TikTok. There we go. Can you spot where you guys are? Sorry, I've got the big screen up and I can see if there are any anomalies. Who have we got where? Alan is still in the Jazz Lounge. You like that? Kate, you're still in sick bay there. Carl's in the shuttle bay there. Raf is also in the shuttle bay. V's in the engine room. Who else have we got? We spot around there. Can you identify your Patreon icon? Let's get that back so you guys can actually see the sky. There's another slow mover up here, so I wanted to do that.
Zoom mode activated.
A little ant farm of you guys. That is definitely clear enough to be tracked. I wonder why it isn't for those. It would probably be the only chance to make contact there. I would surely make the most of it there, even if it was a dodgy thing to do with Who Dares Win. It's like, this is the thing. Logically, there's another faint one down there that's not being tracked. Logically, I go, when else are you going to get a chance to maybe travel the galaxy? Even if they do want to take you back and cut you apart, you go, when else are you going to get that opportunity? But I am a bit of a Scooby-Doo there. Putting bangers in a dogshit pile and running the funniest thing. Oh, it takes me a childhood. Kids these days don't get to play with dog shit in such ways. Where are we there? Amanda there. Oh, I'm not there. You're not there. Alan is stopping the tracker, probably. You need to be on the Patreon, even the free membership, and then it resets. It should have you on there. It's hard to feel. You need to make sure you've got a good icon so you can find your image. Easy enough there. My son-in-law is in the army, and he is based at Woodbridge. Oh, right next door to Rendlesham, yeah, Forest. And he says that the forest has a very strange atmosphere. That's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, Woodbridge is actually very close to the to the crash/landing, isn't it? There, it was literally the back gate of Woodbridge where it happened, just out there. Gosh, you're normally. The guy that used them to levitate. No, what was that one there? Oh, no. So it's just on the Patreon. There should be the link in bio. Yeah, if you just click through on there. And there is a free trial on the link. But there is, I think there's a free version as well. And either way, it gets you on the Starship Alan there. Basically, it takes your image and your name from our Patreon members list. I can't do the YouTube members, which is really frustrating at the minute. I'm working on it, but YouTube doesn't like to give us that data. And it brings it in. It creates you a little dot on the Starship Alan. 100% the trail cams, yes. Too many people with squeaky trouser syndrome, probably. The situation where I would turn around and be on my own. Quite possibly, ads, quite possibly. Now, if you're there, I'd be there as well. I wouldn't abandon, but I might strongly encourage us to go in a different direction. Where do we get to on the TikTok? Sorry. Definitely. And it was cow shit on a stick where I come from. Oh, proper country. He has spy skills on his playlist. Oh dear. Oh, you're discovering something new about your partner of how many years now? The radar works, the spaceship didn't. Oh, it did not. And Askell there, or Axkel, is it? Do tell me how to pronounce it correctly. Good to have you in there from Norway. How anything in your skies that you've seen? I'd love to hear about that one. If you have an Amanda coming in with the gifts. Just cheer you on as you're going. Look, get closer, Act. Get closer. Poison damage with a stick. Yeah, 10 roll for dexterity. Oh, thank you, TF. That's very, very kind of you there. So it should update, and then, well, yeah, when it updates, which is normally in the morning, so for the next stream, you should be on the Starship Allen, which means you can also, if you want to, register on our website with the same email address, and then you'll be able to access the Starship Allen anytime you want. But you also get access to the SETI radio that you can scan, the dog whistle, the sensor dashboard, all of that stuff. Russian entomologist Viktor Grebenov, he's the guy. I haven't even heard that one there. Scarabeetle's god of ancient Egypt is called... oh my god, I pronounced that in either there. He represented the rising sun in the morning there. And so if you do a group of Skywatch there, I am on the road. I would attend. Be a good night. Well, 100%. It is on our list. It's the hardest to arrange at the second for me, but it is very much on the to-do list. We are slowly making progress with these things. And many thanks to you there, TF. Bees don't fly. They also levitate. Well, isn't it true that, their mass, it doesn't work out. The physics doesn't work. How their wings can support their weight or something. We are going to do at some point, we're going to do an Allen Fest, which will be probably here in town, where it'll be like a day and night of activities, where, Skywatch in the evening, if the weather's good enough, and during the day we'll probably have like a big dinner together where we'll all meet face to face and share stories and shit like that. Maybe Alan will do some autographs, and then. But I've got to figure out some other stuff to do during the day, and also what we do as a backup if the Skywatch doesn't work out because of the weather. I've just been looking at campsites in Henderson Forest there, and the cheapest pitch is 50 quid for a campsite. 50 quid. It was the father, and it was said that he would carry Ra. The scarab was the ability to fly, and it shouldn't be. Yeah, I've heard that. Let's have a look. Oh, it worked for you. At least that come up for you guys. I can just. Axel there, as in it's easy. Thank you, do appreciate that. I've definitely seen something in the sky there, but I got told I'm crazy. Well, that's from unimaginative people. So, Axel, you've definitely found your group. Would love to hear about it if you do want to share. No pressure, though. But, we love to hear about it there. Very open-minded here as well. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a big mystery, isn't it, there? Often we find that even if we've experienced and seen stuff ourselves, personally, I lack the words to describe it or understand it more. We do see some strange things in the sky here. It's quite in and down for the evening there. Hippos can't actually swim. They just bounce. That is very hippo. I can see that. I didn't know it, but I can see it there. And I'd even... well, that's a nice bright one up there. Look. Can we catch that?
Zoom mode activated.
There you go, V. Can you see that one on the tracker? Ooh, zoom back out. Even jump on my bike and come up your way there. I love the area you live in there, and I have visited Warminster before. Excellent. Well, I'd be more than welcome to. Yeah, we're just gonna figure out a few little things, little activities that we can do to make it fit. But definitely that we are going to do as well. Like for people that are more local, we're going to do maybe a monthly evening of weirdo meetup. So all of the weird stuff, chatting, not just the UFOs. That is on our sooner rather than later one. Always puzzles me when people don't take any interest in watching Sky. Yeah, same. How do people just go... That was a weird one. How do people just are not interested? What is it that they're just not curious? And they just go, yeah, it's probably just a satellite. And you're like, I'm not talking about lying to ourselves, but the idea that there could be a bit more out there. Different mind. It's Buzz. And Arthur Askey is an expert on bees. But it was a big old one. That was a big boy. And as soon as you manage to levitate under your own power, you get branded a weirdo and shot down there. So let it be a quote to people. What there was a certain form of transcendental meditation, wasn't it, that actually did allow you to levitate, apparently, and it's been reported and recorded, but it's hard to get to. But the first steps are bouncing. You start to jolt or something, and that's when a lot of people get freaked out and don't go any further. I'll chat to my husband, and if you need a dark sky spot for the group, our farm is perfect. Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix. If that's possible, we would love to do something like that, yeah. And if you ever get a crop circle as well in the land, and you'd allow us to do a live Skywatch from the crop circle, would love that. That would be awesome, Phoenix. Greatly appreciated. And being able to astral a plane is a thing, and not many people can do it, but when you can, it's brilliant. I hear some interesting accounts. It's getting bigger and bigger, and that would be another hint, yes. If you go on the road there, you must come here. They're north of Devon, and the skies are amazing away from the villages. I have heard that, and we've got some friends in Devon, and I have to admit their skies are slightly better there. But what way? I think we're doing Bodmin more. That's on our tour list. Astral project, I've heard. Astral project is the action, isn't it? The astral plane is where people report going, isn't it? And all down there. Thank you, Amanda. And I'm sure you should appear. Let me see if I can reset it now. It's a bit quieter. And see if we can get it to pop up. It's because the narrative we have been forced into believing 100%. And literally, that was in our deep dive earlier today. Literally talking about the CIA saying, what are they going to do? We're going to get everybody, to the public who is gullible, to not believe and not take it seriously. I agree. The people who look up at the sky and just don't think about it. It blows my mind. But I think there are other analogues in life with this, you know. So you've got accountants and entrepreneurs. You know, I should say businessmen, you know, like your typical, what's your next quarter doing? Can we get, you know, marketing up by 3%? All of that bollocks, you know, pushing the needle slightly, never doing anything crazy. And then you've got your entrepreneurs, you know, same field, but they're two different attitudes of approach with it. And then you've got, you know, your archaeologists and your treasure hunters. Same sort of thing, all digging up old shit in the ground, but a different cause and approach. And I think it's the same for us. We'll travel on the coach or train anytime if you need help with anything. Thank you, Carl. We will do at some point. So I've been slacking on the outreach stuff at the minute, but we will. And obviously, Carl, you're always invited to any of the events that we do. So I move in direction that doesn't make sense there, and it was controlled and not in a straight line. Brilliant. So it's that movement. That movement is what is so strange, because we don't have anything at these altitudes that can work like that. Not even by far. You know, it really breaks the physics of satellites and anything just normally in orbit there. So it's really anomalous. With the oh my god, my brain's gone dead. Sorry, guys. So yeah, very strange to see something like that in the to move in sort of the normal ways. With your sighting, like, how did that, like, what was that like to experience there? Was it? Because when we see some of these moving, like the actual movements feel very organic, whereas sometimes, again, it can feel very controlled and rigid and more like technology. Did you get a feeling either which way? And deep dive, it was a good one, actually. I wasn't expecting much for tonight's deep dive, but I actually did enjoy it there. And when I told my family about me and my daughter seeing a triangle, I instantly was the family weirdo. I'm definitely the family. I was trying to not at least publicise this to, like, you know, friends and family or work or anything. But the problem is it's just got too big. So, like, when people come to visit or come to stay, they go, why have you got all this weird shit in your office? What's all of that about? And if they stay, then that's it. They know about it. So I just fuck it, give up on it. And we've been in the paper and stuff a few times as well, so that kind of gives the game away. But yeah, definitely the weirdo for that. It's sad, but some people just don't have the time to think or try to learn about it. That actually is a very good point. I think the majority... Oh, hello! Look at that one flare up. Now, if that one flares again, that can be interesting. Until then, though, it can just be normal. But yeah, I think a lot of people, they just don't think about it. You know, it's not in their daily experience, you know. They might have seen some alien films and just gone, well, no, not really thought about it. And, you know, they're not necessarily skeptical or actively skeptical. They just haven't come across it yet. And they're the ones that we need to, you know, kind of just show them, to give them the holding hand there. Working to provide, yeah, exactly. They've just got more important things on their life, you know. Just the day-to-day experience is stressful enough, and that's the thing we always miss, isn't it? They're not our own individual experiences of the world are not the same. It was turning right and left in a smooth motion. I like that, because I've often thought that a lot of the sightings, they've got like an organic quality, especially when there's multiple there. That it's almost like I said, lion cubs play fighting. There's more of a dance to it rather than a mechanistic. Yeah. And anytime, Carl, thank you as well. See the likes popping up as well, guys. Thank you for the likes and shares, guys. Appreciate all of those. Where are we? Down here as well. Where did we get to? Oh, where are we? Sorry, guys. And Bodmin, 30 minutes from me. I tend to have a wander during mushroom season. Oh, mushroom season. I do like Bodmin. I've got a soft spot for it every time I visited and stayed there. Great skies are great up here if it's a not cloudy spare rib. Whereabouts did you say you were from again? What are you doing there? The Rest of the World project. Dartmoor is a great place to skywatch there. I just got to get the old Starlink so we can connect and get you guys to join us right there. We can play. What are you on about? If you travel the astral plane through astral projection, can you agree with me on that? Oh, are you guys arguing over semantics there? It's great for the magic stuff. I've seen them in the wild once there. Regulated. Guys, calm down. Somebody heard of Grabovoi numbers? His teaching state that these numbers are key to ascension and information field. They make it possible to alter one's reality by reclining a normative state. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I have that perfect original blueprint of existence. I remember when I was 18 and we were staying down in Cornwall, we stood in a field looking at the sky. In a complete darkness, you can see all of the Milky Way right across the sky. It was breathtaking. I think I've seen it once, actually, when I was like years and years ago in Suffolk, on the coast in Suffolk. And it blew me away. But I mean, sometimes people say we can sometimes see it on the stream, and I can't myself yet, though. Which is kind of things, what's that? There, and oh, the Isle of Lewis, that was it. Yes, yeah, you've got brilliant bloody skies there. We can often see the Milky Way in Cornwall. Definitely be. Oh, it's absolutely lovely there. Are we going to ref? I'm not reffing. Just keep it civil. Don't stop having spice with each other. That's not hard. Where are we down here as well? The lights are out at 11 p.m. there. Cheap ass council. But yeah, no, properly good there. We had Northern Lights onto a long time too. Again, not seen that myself. I'd love to. I'd love to see that. Where are we? Sorry, guys. How much are the Milky Ways these days? Probably an absolute bomb. You've been slacking, Raf. I just a slight, I think, disagreement on terms. What I saw. Well, anyway, it's nearly our time. Pink and Greens was insane there, covered so much sky. I was working away in Bristol, so too much light pollution to see it there. That the days when we had it, and the missus was sending me pictures. I'm like, fuck's sake, I didn't get to see it. You lucky bastards. So I'd love to see it there. Did you know a lemon will nullify heat from spice there? It kind of sounds like familiar. Like that's probably why there's a lot of lemon in it there. Very nice there, Nathan. Where are we? Anyway, we're at the hour now anyway, guys. So, thank you for joining us once again. We won't be on tomorrow night, remember? We'll be on the night after. So make sure you're following us there or subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, so we can all meet again and do another Skywatch. So yeah, hopefully, it's going to be another interesting one there. Thank you for hanging around there. I know, it's already 1 a.m, exactly. Still got work tomorrow, I keep forgetting. But thank you guys for being awesome in every which way that you are. And yeah, we'll catch you all, not tomorrow night, the night after. Bye, guys.